Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. It is Wednesday. It's a very, very late night stream. I do apologize. I was going to start streaming a couple hours earlier, but I wasn't really feeling too well. So we'll see who ends up popping up in the room when they end up getting a notification that I am live at this point. Kind of crazy last couple days. Today's May 25th, 2022. For some of y'all, it's already May 26th. 2022. And obviously, with everything that's going on in Texas and in the sport world, like I said, it was one of those things that I figured that I would go live normally around 7 or 7:30. Walk off Whitey, there we go, baby. $10, bang, bang, bang. I'm actually watching your Packers versus the Seattle Seahawks right now on NFL Network, 21-3. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I'll be very honest. With everything that happened in the Texas shooting, and just everything that's been going on, it definitely kind of got me in a funk, and I just didn't feel normal. Yesterday or even today, I didn't feel. I just wasn't feeling good mentally, and then physically, I was just kind of tired, and I wasn't feeling well. But then I ended up stepping up, and I took Paisley for a late night walk about 45 minutes ago. And then I got up and I was like, you know what? I need to grind. I need to hustle. And then I'm here. You know what I mean? So anything that you guys want to talk about, I got AEW Dynamite to watch. I got this Packers and Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers on here. I just wanted it to be an positive, uplifting stream. Obviously, we do Mental Health Mondays, and it's Mental Health Month. And just what a tragedy out there in Texas with everything that's going on. But I do appreciate, anyone that's going to stop in. Obviously, it's 10:22 my time in Oregon. So it's probably 12:22 or 1:22 for some of y'all. You guys know I do late night streams anyway. So instead of doing maybe a, 5 to 6 hour stream, maybe we'll do 2 to 3 hour stream or something. I don't know. We'll see how many people end up showing up. But I do apologize. I mean, like I said, I just haven't felt myself, just like in the last couple days, especially with that situation in Texas and everything. It kind of got me in a little bit of a funk. And I think a lot of people kind of got in a funk. It's just such sad news. It seems like every fucking couple days we have some kind of tragic shooting, whether it be like in a Buffalo supermarket, in there, obviously in Milwaukee, during or after the Bucks game. And then now in Texas, Matthew McConaughey's hometown, and you have the shooter, and, just to take the lives of the adults and those kids. A lot of them I think we're in like second, third, fourth grade. Very, very sad. But yeah, boys here. So we can talk about a little bit of everything. We can talk about, the shooting. We can talk about, sports. We can talk about AEW. I'm going to turn AEW on here because I had it on the DVR, but I haven't got a chance really to watch it just yet. I was spending time with the girlfriend, spending time with Paisley, and then after I got a little bit of a nap in, and then I decided, you know what, when I take Paisley for a walk, I usually go for a walk early in the day, morning, maybe the afternoon, not usually super late at night, but sometimes when you have pets and you have things that are important to you, you got to make sure that you do your due diligence and you do things that need to be done. So it felt good, to go for that 30-minute walk, gave me a little bit of exercise, gave her some exercise, and I'm here. So like I said, normally I start the stream a couple hours earlier, and then we end it usually around midnight or 1. It's just a little bit later today, but I do appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with your boy. So I hope everyone is doing okay in this late night stream. I know a lot of us are not sitting well mentally with everything that happened, but I'm here. Barefoot Mike is in the building. What to do? Perfect timing, just cracked open a Modelo. There we go. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, I had a feeling that we would end up getting, quite a few people that will at least maybe stop in. I mean, it's late, so we might get a few. We might get more than expected. But like I said, this is an open forum. And like I said, Ryan, what did I tell you, baby? What did I tell you? I told you. You know what I mean? I told you they would bounce back. They are going to win the series. Like I said, I did get a chance to watch a little bit of it. I was looking to see if there is a replay on here, but I don't think I see one. Let me take a quick look. But I will want to start AEW because obviously I think the AEW pay-per-view is this weekend, like Sarah was mentioning. I would assume the game was on TNT earlier, but now they have the Town or Supernatural, or was it on a different channel? You let me know, Ryan, what channel the game was on, because usually it's like ABC or TNT there. But congratulations with the Celtics winning. I'll go over some of the stats, and we'll go over anything positive. I mean, like I said, we've got a lot of crazy shit that's been going on, especially with that Texas shooting. I want to just bring a little bit of positivity, and we can hang out and have a good time, just for a couple hours and talk about sports. Looks like Tommy Boy is going to be on. Oh shit, Tommy Boy is on. Hold on, you guys know how much I love Tommy Boy. Now, is it on right now though? Do I have access to this channel? What do we got here? I can watch this later, but I'm going to end up watching that. So let's see everyone is in the building. Let's go through here. Walk off Whitey and boom with the $10 donation just to get it started. And like I said, normally when I end up saying, hey, I'm going to stream it this time, and then if that time passes, usually I just say, fuck it. I'm not doing too well mentally or physically, but I'm here. You know what I mean? You got to grind. You got to put in the time. And a lot of you all stay up late with me late anyways. So I'm good now. I feel good. Thanks for the dono. Appreciate you. Let's get it, baby. Let's get to a hundo. Let's do it. How did the Blues come back? I know the Avalanche were ahead by quite a bit, and then they forced overtime and won. So I don't know if they're still going to end up winning it. The series overall, I still think the Avalanche and the Lightning will probably play each other, but you never know. You never know. Boston wins. That's all that matters to me tonight. Absolutely. I said Brewers took the series against the Padres. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Odin's son ended up sending me a video when he ended up going to the concert last night. It's epic. So he ended up sending me, let's see here. He ended up seeing, Horror, spelled HO9909 for Horror, Cypress Hill, and Slipknot. And oh my God, his tickets were on the floor. And there's a part where like Slipknot's guitar guy is like, there's like flames coming out of the guitar and everything. It was freaking sweet. But yeah, he ended up showing me about quite a few videos. He even tried calling me, during the show or whatever, but I think through Discord, but I wasn't on the computer. But yeah, congratulations because I don't think he's ever seen Cypress. I know he's seen Slipknot, but I think Cypress Hill was kind of on the bucket list in New York, and he ended up seeing it. So that's awesome. Walk off Whitey. Glad the Celtics won that first half. Was a snooze fest. It was on ESPN. Okay, let's go here. Now, are they doing any kind of replay on ESPN? I'm looking here. Usually ESPN has like the Sports Center, and then maybe they'll do it later. Let's see. Yep, they do have it. All right, here we go. It's at 1 a.m. though. That's a little ways away. I'll record it so that way I can catch up on anything that I missed. I mean, even though it already passed, I like watching, sports, even if this, it's not live. As much as I am as a sport fan, I want to make sure that I get as much action in as possible. And like I said, even if the game is passed, some people like after the game isn't live, there's like, I don't give a fuck. Right. But for me, like I usually like to go back and watch it the next morning or later on that night. So appreciate that. I ended up getting that. Giannis, first player in NBA history to have 4 straight unanimous all first NBA teams. I saw that. Awesome. Yeah. Let's go over some of the news, and we won't go over a lot of that negative stuff that has happened in the world. We got enough negative shit in our lives with COVID and everything else, shootings and everything. We want to make sure at least we have a good time hanging out. If anything, if anyone wants to bring up any topic of any kind, go right ahead. I mean, this is an open forum. It's a late night stream. I'm just here to try to bring some positivity to the YouTube community. And like I said, we can talk sports, we can talk life, we can talk food, we can talk a little bit of anything. Your boy is here. Your boy is going to hustle. Your boy is going to grind. I don't know if we're going to get any of the goats to show up since it is a little late, but you never know. Let me throw out a couple notifications here real quick, just to, just in case anyone, maybe is, up still. And then that way I can at least just do a post here. So 1 sec. So I'm going to do a couple real fast, and then we'll get back to it. I'm just going to be like, I'm live. Late night stream. All right. So I just did one on the YouTube, and then I did Twitter earlier, and then I'll do just an Instagram one real quick. I mean, you never know who might be up, and just if they have something notification that comes up or whatnot. So. All right, so 1 sec here. This shouldn't take me too long. Just trying to find proper photo here, and then I'll attach it, and then we'll be good. So far, the ground game, nothing. Lynch out there on the field. Lakers were number 3 defending the run this season. All right, almost done. All right, I'm live now. Late night stream on YouTube at Northwest Sports Fanatics, baby. All right, there we go. So at least I got those. Okay, perfect. All right, so I got it on Facebook. I got it on the Twitter. We got Packers and Seattle. I'm going to turn AEW on here in a second so I get a chance to watch that. And like I said, I haven't just, I think a lot of us have been really kind of just sad mentally, you know what I mean? We can watch sports and we can do other things to kind of distract us from the crazy stuff. But it's like every time I'm on the news or I'm, watching something, obviously through the, main networks, or I'm going through my feed, through Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, it's just kind of disappointing on how many just kind of sad things that are going on in the world today. Obviously, mental health is a big, big thing. And we just want to, spread a little bit of that positivity, and it's nice to be able to hang out. I finished Stranger Things season 3, so I am ready for season 4 to come up. Tomorrow, we'll end up having this, which will be great, and we'll end up having the matchup. Oh, I see I still have my food stuff up here. Bacon. I still got that. I got the burgers up. I still got the pizza. Now I'm getting hungry again, even though I ate a little bit before. Oh, baby. Deep dish. But your boy is here. Oh, you got a Ring of Honor here. Air Whitey match of the week. Omega versus Danielson. Nice. An ROH. I'm definitely going to watch that probably tomorrow morning. Appreciate you guys for hopping in late. And like I said, you never know. We might end up getting someone that sees the notification, a little bit later. And like I said, I usually end up streaming late anyways, but I, didn't stream yesterday. Just was not really feeling too well. And obviously today I was like, oh man, I want to just get back to the grind, but sometimes things kind of wear on you a little bit. Okay. So it looks like I'm good here with the notifications. Sarah did the post for me. All right, let's go. Ooh, nice catch by DK Metcalf. Go. All right, so I think I want to end up doing AEW. So let me turn on the AEW a little bit, and then if I'm still streaming and then the Boston game's on and I'm still fucking online and you guys are still hanging out with me, maybe I'll watch a little bit of that. So I got AEW Dynamite, I got Master Chef, and I think that's the kids one. I got The Flash, I got Simpsons, King of the Hill, Young Rock. I didn't get a chance to watch that yet, so I still got stuff to watch. But yeah, normally I don't miss out on AEW either live or I catch the replay, or I'm usually online and I'm usually hanging out with you guys. But I imagine it was sick, so I can't wait. I did see the match of the week. Love you and I appreciate you. And obviously, Walk Off Whitey. This stuff is awesome. Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins. Oh, it's a triple threat. I didn't even see that because it got cut off. Ooh, Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, Omega. I mean, these are all my favorite wrestlers. I mean, those are 3 of my top 10 guys. 3 out of my top maybe 6 of all time, or 7. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this match either. So I'm definitely going to watch that. All right, man. I'm glad that you ended up stopping in. I'll be back at normal time tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific time, and then we'll get back into it. All right. So we'll see what we can get out of the Cash App side and the donation side. You never know. You never know what goats might show up. You might get a Holly Hundo at some point, maybe a Cyberpunk. I'm not too sure. 3-year anniversary today. All right. We're in Vegas. Double or Nothing is Sunday. I'm going to order it, and we'll see what kind of donations I can end up getting between now and the weekend. And then I might end up being able to do something for, somebody like Sarah or someone else that wants to watch it that maybe doesn't have the money for it. Cage match. Oh, shit. Right off the gates, huh? Let's go. But shout out to everyone in the room. JT in the building. What to do? Walk Off Whitey with the $10 donation earlier. Sarah Smalls in the building. Barefoot Mike. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Ryan was in the building temporarily there. And then we'll see who we get in the room. But I'm here. But anything you guys, like I said, want to talk about, we want to make sure we keep it light. We keep it positive. MJF as a referee. Whoa, what's going on here? He's got the AEW ref thing on with the little ref pants going on. I love me some MJF. Let's go. Let's go. Well, plus, this is going to be the last pay-per-view. This is the last pay-per-view until show until the pay-per-view. 3-year anniversary. I knew they would make it too. Love me some MJF. MJF. Let's go. Let's see if I can find a photo here. My boy MJF. All right, what kind of match do we got going on here? No spoilers for me, Sarah. I'll end up watching it and we'll figure it out. What do we got here? Spears. All right. Sorry about that. Just had a little technical difficulty there when I was trying to load something. Like one of my other pages froze there for a second. So, and we got Wardlow coming in the ring. Awesome. Wardlow. They're doing Wardlow like Goldberg. Let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to end up watching this at some point for sure. 3-0. Blue scored 3 in a row. Avs scored with 2:45 remaining, making it 4-3. Then the Blues scored with 56 seconds in regulation, scored an OT. Wow. Yeah, I might have to check out to see where the replay is for that as well. That's crazy. Wardlow, baby. Let's go. Match 2, one for the ladies. Hana Kimura. B. Priestley versus Hana Kimura. All right, AEW Dynamite is on for me right now. Shout out to all the goats hopping in the room, even though it's a little bit late. Like I said, I could have just said fuck it. It's late, but I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's. I took Paisley for a walk. I tried to get the I got to try to do the due diligence and get the energy out for her. And your boy is here, and I'm hustling and I'm grinding, and we're gonna hang out. And then, like I said, if some of y'all got a dip at some point or another, totally understand. It is kind of late, but do appreciate the goats hopping in at some point or another, and we'll stream for a little while. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to necessarily be for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I mean, it's already 10:40 right now. So, I mean, I usually will go for a minimum of 3, but we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll see who shows up and we'll see what goes on. But mental health is very, very important with Mental Health Monday, obviously, and Mental Health Month. That's a big, big thing, right? And obviously with everything that's going on in the world, it's been kind of tough. But I thought this would be kind of maybe a good distraction, just for, me to be able to hang out. And normally, I would stream it just the earlier time, but I just wasn't feeling good earlier on. So strawberry one, I bet. So we got Sean Spears. We got MJF as the referee. And then we got Wardlow. So MJF is the ref, even though he's participating in the match, like cheating wise. They're like doing double team moves. Like he's actually the ref, but then they're like beating up on Wardlow. This is kind of crazy. Okay. You see Tom Brady's hole in one? Obviously with the drone. I saw a little bit of action with that. And we can go in to see what's going on here for the stream, and let's see what's going on in the headlines for the sports here real quick. All right, let's take let me see here. Bozak slap shot sneaks in for Blues overtime winner. Let me see it right here. It's 4-4. Oh, no way. Wow. That slap shot was pretty far away too, Bozak. My goodness. Sarah, you weren't kidding. I mean, usually when it's like close, and it's one thing, but when it's usually like 10, 15, 20 feet away, I'm watching the replay of it right now. Right there at the top, and it snuck right through. My God. Wow. And then Kaepernick obviously works out for the Raiders. Throw a Kaepernick photo up. It's been like 6 years. I don't know if he'll, be able to get a job, but I don't know if Colin will make it. You know what I mean? But he should have already got an opportunity to. Should have already had an opportunity to, try out for a team years ago. But obviously, with the whole political thing, and they don't want it to be a distraction. A lot of teams were just like, "No, I don't want to deal with this." For this backup quarterback getting more pub than maybe the starter and whatnot. But I don't know if it's just a publicity stunt, by the Raiders or not. But maybe he makes the squad, maybe he doesn't, but at least cool photo. At least he's going to get an opportunity to try out. The Resilient Blues stay alive, which was crazy. And then 93-80 was the score of the Celtics and the Heat. Shout out Boston. Let me throw up a photo of Tatum in here, and we'll go over the and I'll go through all the scores of baseball today as well. Oh, Wardlow. This like 2-on-1 right here. And then obviously they have MJF. He's not counting for Wardlow. Sean Spears. All right. 1, 2, 2. All right. Let's take a quick look at some of the scores here today as I look at Bacon. My boy, Julio, I see you. Another home run yesterday, but they're kind of having a hard time finding a way to win. That's big facts, but, we'll see how it goes. Let's go to, obviously, NBA. I'll do that first. And we'll see what we had there. Game 6 is in St. Louis. Okay. It's very unlikely that I ever post a match from WWFE on the white. Okay, that's good with me. That's good with me. It's tough. Yeah, I bet. Okay, let's take a quick look. We got the Celtics and the Heat, 93-80. Let's see here. Jaylen Brown had 25. Bam had 18. Let me look at the box score here real quick. All right, so Tatum had 22, Horford 16, Jaylen Brown had 25. Jaylen's really been stepping up. It looks like they went into their bench quite a bit. Pritchard only had 6 minutes. Okay, and then let's look at the Heat. Jimmy Butler with 13. That's not going to get it done. Bam had 18. And then Vincent off the bench had 15. Yeah, but that ain't going to get it done. Lowry with 0. That ain't going to get it done. MJF got hit in the head with the chair. It's like Sean Spears hit him in the head with a chair on accident there. So 93-80. And then tomorrow, we're going to have Mavericks Warriors, and this is when the series is going to end. Warriors in 5. This will be when the game is over. Warriors will get a big break, and then eventually you're going to get Boston to win. And we'll get Boston Warriors, and we'll see what happens. Kaepernick trying out with the Raiders. All right. Wardlow is up. Let's take a look at the NHL. We only had the one game today, the Blues and the Avalanche. Colorado leads the series 3-2. Blues won 5-4. Shout out. Let me see if I can find a photo of that. Hold on. May 25th. Crowd is going crazy. There we go. We got a referee. It's kind of gives me like WCW vibes with the cage and everything. Ooh, powerbomb on the chair. 1, 2, 3. Wardlow. Okay. Wardlow. Blues. I got a photo here, just like a photo of the top dogs. Now Wardlow's just going off, punching everybody. There we go. Yeah, crazy that Cap got a tryout. I don't know how serious it is, if he's going to actually make the team as a backup or not, but. And then let's take a quick peek at MLB. Pirates 10, Rockies 5, Tigers 4, Twins 2, Giants 9, Mets 3, Nats 1, Dodgers 0, boo. Brewers 2, Padres 1, Athletics 4, Mariners 2, boo. Come on, man. Can I get some dubs for my boy Julio? Reds 4, Cubs 3, Rays 5, Marlins 4, Yankees 2, Orioles 0, Braves 8, Phillies 4, White Sox 3, Red Sox 1, Astros 2, Guardians 1, and Rangers 7, Angels 2. Michael, how are you? I apologize that I took a little while. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good today. And then with everything that was going on in the world, Texas and the shooting and everything, I just, just wasn't feeling very well either. And then I took my dog for a late night walk about an hour ago. And then I decided to hop on and put in the grind. So I'm glad that you ended up coming in. I did see your message that you were going to be in the building. Apologize that it ended up being a little bit later than normal, but I'm here. Hope you're doing good. Pritchard probably won't play a single minute series against the Warriors because of his poor defense. But he's a good 3-point shooter. He went to the Ducks, so I mean, he'll probably get to play. You know what I mean? I like him. You know what I mean? I mean, they got to be able to get guys in the rotation, even if it's 3 guys off the bench or 4. Especially the games in Boston, Pritchard will play. Maybe the ones in Golden State he won't, but I would assume he would. Oh, happy birthday, dude! So your birthday is actually today, like right now. Is your birthday? Was it May 25th? Because it's 10:49 now here, but I would assume your birthday is May 26th. So happy birthday, dude. That's awesome. Happy birthday to you, brother. That's it. It is the world that we live in. I know. Let me find you a little happy birthday thing here for you, Michael. One sec. Give me a second here. I got you.
There is no pecan chicken salad sandwich quite like this one. No. This Arby's made-to-order masterpiece can't be topped, except very literally by honey bread. Arby's, we have the meats.
Earl Milling Company brings home tasty, fluffy pancakes. From pancakes de campeones to los pancakes de la abuela. We make mealtime más dulce e inolvidable. Earl Milling Company. Stand up the moment.
How to change your thinking that. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the fan favorite cowboy pizza right now on papamurphys.com.
Dear 2027, we look forward to seeing you. After our
All right, let's see here. I got to delete some pizza pictures and ribs and whatnot.
7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain.
And then I got one here that I can bring up.
But the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota. Get 2.99% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the fan favorite cowboy pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Introducing the Beauty Rest Black Mattress, made with fine materials like silk, cashmere, and alpaca. Great sleep.
All right, let's see if I can put this up.
Experience.
But happy birthday, man.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes it mine. Modelo, who's for those with a fighting spirit.
Happy birthday, Michael. Appreciate you for being a loyal fan. Happy birthday, brother. Appreciate you. See if I can find a better one than that. Something that's a little bit sharper of an image. This one might be better. Here we go. Let me go with this one. Hold on.
Combat Club and Kingston Santana will tease. This Sunday at Anarchy Arena, Jericho Appreciation Society is going to show you how
Jericho.
sports entertainment can be. Hold on. Look at this Bosun. Oh, is this a John Maxley t-shirt? Take a peek at this real quick. Good quality, yeah. This is polyester. That's nice quality item.
There we go. Happy birthday, Michael. Shut at.
You know what happens?
Hope you have a good one today.
John Maxley fan. You know what happens?
You got another match for me? Nice. Yeah, throw those on there, man. Anything on the Discord, anything positive that you want to end up throwing up there, please do, dude. Appreciate you guys very, very much. All right, so I'm still watching AEW, just kind of chilling, you know what I mean? Like I said, obviously, you know, starting a stream at normal time at like 7:30 is one thing, but when it's already pretty late, you know what I mean? I'm just hopping on just to kind of hang out, you know what I mean? And so obviously a lot of the sports is no longer live anymore. It's, you know, just kind of relaxing and taking it easy and just trying to get a little caught up. 3 anniversary for AEW, which is great. So I'm watching that right now. I'm excited about this, though. Can't wait for this. A couple days away. Same thing with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan comes out this Friday. They already have the Boba Fett series, like Mandalorian, on Disney Plus, but I'm super excited about that as well. I know. I bet. And then hopefully you got some food, or, you know, you bought yourself like a shirt or something. Obviously, you know, some of the donos on certain nights are really good. Some of them are sometimes not as good, but I always try to take care of my people. And, you know, essentially I don't have enough money where I'm making where I can, you know, put you on a payroll, but I try to take care of the people that take care of me. So, you know, appreciate what you do. And like I said, you know, we want to make sure we have a tight knit group, and anything that I can do, even if money's tight for me, you know, as long as I have a little extra or whatever, I like to show my appreciation, you know, to the people that work hard for me. So, and definitely you are one of the top people, you know what I mean? I need you, you know what I mean? For everything that you do on the channel. Once you have to go to work early, we'll have someone else take over, like Jameson Meza or Elliot or something. So I'm just checking my notifications here real quick, make sure everything went through properly. All right, that one. CM Punk on TV right now. All right. I think we'll change the background here. We're going to go to the beach Let's go here. Something a little bit more uplifting instead of being in the studio. Pay-per-view is going to be nice. How's your finances right now, Sarah? Are you going to be able to afford? I bought your lunch. Good to hear. Are you going to be able to afford the pay-per-view? Or is that, you have money for that? I mean, you're probably getting unemployment and whatnot, and then you're getting ready to start your job or whatever. Are you going to be able to afford to watch the pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, on Sunday? So I'm going to order it. And just depending on the donations that we get, maybe I'll be able to help out a fan, purchase it if they're a little light on cash. So. Yeah, I always try to do whatever I can. A little 20 here, a little 40 there. You know what I mean? Still got to be able to take care of Shepard Williams, Xavier Williams. There's still a few people that I'm trying to take care of, but I got to make sure I got, rent and bills and food and Paisley and, taking care of the fam. I mean, there's a lot of stuff costs a lot. So that's initially the motivation too. You know what I mean? I like spending time and hanging out with you guys, but also this is my full-time job. So I can't take too many days off. I got to make sure I put in the hustle and the grind. So awesome. 2 ass-kicking ladies. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, I'm going to definitely watch Omega, Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, and Bryan Danielson. That's awesome watching that. And B. Priestley and the Hana Kimura. The Hana Kimura is the one I think that committed suicide a couple years ago based off the bullying. Super sad. And then we got Sayuri versus Utami. Haya Shashida. Okay. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah. It's just sad. People can be so mean. You know what I mean? You got to be mentally tough, though, and not let certain things affect you, but easier said than done. Some people aren't as mentally strong, and if people are just being assholes and you let it get to you, I mean, so that's how people do hurt themselves, or they don't want to be, living anymore, which is really, really sad. So, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see what I do between now and Sunday, depending on how much donations I get. Like I said, if I'm able to, because I assume you want to watch it, right? I mean, I assume you want to be able to watch it and see what happens. So depending on what I end up getting donation wise, between now and Sunday, maybe I'll be able to shoot you some Cash App to buy it. So if you want to watch it with me or whatever, I'll do like a live stream watch party, and we'll see what happens. But I probably can make that happen depending on where I'm at. So yeah, 22, so young, so much promise, so much potential too. Has there been any new news? Obviously, Air and Sarah with this. Have we heard anything new on this? As far as I know, I haven't heard anything really new. I just been trying to, watch a little bit of this. Right? I've been doing the mental health thing. You know what I mean? I've been trying not to read all the bullshit on my news feeds and all the negativity and all the sadness and everything. I'm just trying to keep things light and keep things positive and whatnot. So, has there been anything new here with this though? Yeah, so I'll probably be able to do that for you. So we'll see where we're at, and I'll let you know. And if I'm able to do it, I'll message you, and you know what I mean. So that way you can at least. I mean, they only have 4 pay-per-views a year, so it's like I missed out on the last one, and because I was going to do NASCAR, and then I was going to do the pay-per-view, but there's a whole fiasco. Here, spending time and trying to make the proper time for home and work and whatnot. And I was kind of upset because I really wanted to do that NASCAR event as well as that AEW pay-per-view. The last thing I want to do is miss out on an AEW pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I would assume that the WWE isn't going to, because they don't want them to go to the competition. Vince doesn't want, them to get better in the women's division. I mean, they're already losing the ratings to WWE or AEW. So. Adam Hangman Page and CM Punk. I do want that AEW belt though, but I don't want to pay $800. Just wild. Why would they make it so expensive? I mean, like I said, can't they make it like $500? You know what I mean? Why can't they make it $400? Does it have to be $800? But the card looks like it should be pretty good. Sarah, do we know what the card is for the AEW pay-per-view? Is it already laid out? Let me look it up here. See.
I can't do it. Not because I'm afraid I get fired when I go back to the curtain, and not because I'm afraid of you. That's for damn sure. The more I thought about what I really wanted to say about you.
All right, Double or Nothing.
Exactly what you would do. And I don't think fighting your hatred, your pettiness, your cowardice are more the same. I don't think it's the right thing to do. But I will tell you face to face, man, how I feel about you. I don't hate you. I almost pity you. And I have no respect for you and what you've done since you got here.
All right, 642.
You want this AEW World Championship. I don't think you understand what it means to be a champion after all these years. I don't think you get it. Because it's not just about what happens in this ring. It's what happens when that red light turns off. What happens when you go back to the curtain, those small, quiet moments when you think no one's watching.
All right, let's take a quick peek here. I don't think it's showing everything that's going on. It's just kind of like a poster.
You talk a big game about workers' rights. Yeah, well, you showed the exact opposite since
Double or Nothing.
I love this place. I care about this place. This is my home. And this Sunday at Double or Nothing, I will not be defending.
All right, so we got, obviously we know, I'm looking at the Double or Nothing, looking at the different things here. So we got Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks for the tag championship. That sounds kind of fucking sweet.
Like I said, man, I don't know why you're so angry. I don't know why you're taking this personally. It makes me a little bit confused. You're kind of talking in circles and it's a big riddle, but if you're so upset that I'm here, you're going to have to do something about it on Sunday.
This looks good. This looks like it could have some potential there.
I respect you, Hangman.
And obviously we know it's going to be Hangman Page versus CM Punk. Should be pretty good.
They were paid by me.
And they got Hook and Hookhausen versus Nice and Mark Sterling. And then for the belt,
It was constructed with lumber from trees that I chopped down. The world you traveled to get here.
I'm watching AEW Dynamite right now. 3-year anniversary. Congratulations, AEW, my favorite wrestling promotion on TV right now. Very similar to WCW and ECW. Not like the WWF or the WWE. WWF was pretty cool back in the day. WWE, not so much now. But every once in a while, they'll have something that will grab my attention, but not for very long.
All your misplaced anger. You ain't mad at me. You're mad at myself. Shake my hand.
And obviously, we got this. This will be good. And then I'm looking to see what other Sting and Darby Allin. Well, that's for last year. That's 2021. The Young Bucks versus the Hardys. Ooh, that'll be fucking lit, right? I mean, we're talking about the old Hardys and the young Hardys pretty much now.
The only championship match coming up this Sunday. They're not done here, guys. Statlander is in grave danger here.
Love me some Young Bucks. Young Bucks, and I wish Kenny Omega was healthy. He's injured, so he's not 100%. So
I don't get all the extra BS, the like, the TV time, the warrior, the back section.
I beat that ass. And now she thinks that she deserves another chance. And this belt?
After my loss to Jade, I went out and I learned into the best women on this roster. Ruby, Sheeta, Chris Statlander, and now I'm ready to be the best. I'm ready to be the TV.
card looks good. I mean, if you're doing pay-per-views every few months, obviously you can build up the rivalries a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be better to me than. I mean, I know that Jeff and Matt are a little older. I get it, but I mean, they're going to put on a show. I mean, if you saw Darby versus Jeff Hardy and all the crazy shit that they were doing just a few weeks ago, it looks good. I mean, and obviously when you build up pay-per-views and you don't do a shit one every month, and you bank on WrestleMania and SummerSlam or Survivor Series and Money in the Bank, and sometimes even those disappoint. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm seeing here on the card. I don't like the fact that the Inner Circle is no longer really intact and they have the Jericho Appreciation Society bullshit or whatever. I don't like that as much, but and speaking of Jericho, Judas, one of my favorite songs. The best wrestling theme song in wrestling. And he's, a part of it, so which is pretty cool. It's like, obviously, with Fozzy and his group.
You do not have what it takes, Las Vegas, to sing our song. Sit down and shut up.
Said, sit down and shut up. Ultimate heel, Jericho.
I'll sing it for you.
There we got here Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Santana Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. Awesome. I mean, it would be nice to be able to see Moxley and Danielson just doing something separate in a tag team versus someone else or whatever. I don't know about where Wheeler Yuta, what's going on with him. Jon Moxley. Love me some Mox. I mean, that's a big part of me liking, AEW over WWE, just with Moxley and Bryan Danielson and some of these guys. I mean, just more enjoyable for me. I mean, like I said, and how would you feel if Roman was gone for 6 months, 7 months? Like, what would they be? What would the ratings be looking like? You know what I mean? Without Roman there. I mean, Kenny Omega has, been gone for 6 months, and I don't know when he's coming back. He might not be back until like October. He's got a lot of injuries that are starting to heal up a little bit. So Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb would have been better if we could have, Dr. Britt Baker involved in it and like some triple threat or something. Andrade. I got one more photo. Darby is one of my favorites, obviously. He's just just reckless with his body, which is awesome. So this will give you kind of an update, on what's going on. I mean, it updates me as well, on the matches. I kind of had a gauge of what was going to be going on, but so we got Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. That should be pretty good, even though Sting's a little older. Darby will put on a fucking show. This one should be pretty good. Lots of, beat 'em up, physical stuff, right? This one will be high flying. This one might steal the show. And then we got obviously Double or Nothing. Is this the moment that CM Punk gets the belt? I wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it would be a nice time for CM Punk to be the face of the company at this point, since we've already went through Jericho. We went through, Omega, and then Hangman Page, and, obviously CM Punk, and then maybe Bryan Danielson after CM Punk would be nice. Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, Lucha Boy, or Junglesaurus and Luchasaurus, or Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks for the tag. Okay, so not bad. It actually looks like a pretty good card. And if you're only doing pay-per-views every 3 months, so of course it should be pretty good. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought, that he was in another promotion doing something. So at least I have someone that's letting me know, because either if Wheeler's not in there, part of the Blackpool Combat Club, right? You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously would normally be a part of that match, you know. I need to watch a little bit more of NJPW for sure. Well, I don't know if we're going to end up getting, Holly Hundo in the building, or Cyberpunk in the building, or any of the goats in the building to, drop the hammer down at some point or another. But I do appreciate you walk off for at least, doing something, you know what I mean? And I'm going to grind it out here for a little bit as I watch AEW, and we'll hang out and we'll see who shows up in the room. And, we do late night streams, but this is a really late night start for me. Ooh, Moxley. Wow. And Private Party is kind of like, we want the smoke, kind of the equivalent to that in the WWE side. But your boy's here. Your boy is trying to just, go through the ups and the downs. And I'm just trying to be positive. I mean, like anytime I hang out with you guys, life is good. You know what I mean? I watched quite a bit of Simpsons today and watched quite a bit of King of the Hill. I even watched the pilot that was on last night, really late, of the very first episode of King of the Hill. It's funny to see the voices change over the years, with even Hank a little bit, and with some of the characters and Boomhauer and some of the people that they kind of modified the way that they talk, or they got a different voice actor in there. But yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. Hopefully we'll get, I saw Brady and Gronk, obviously Brady taking some, target practice, and hitting some baseballs, swinging left actually, which was kind of crazy. And then Gronk going to the outfield, and I saw Tom obviously with some tee shots with the drone, made a hole in one. I saw that. I'm not really into watching the golf thing with, was it Aaron Rodgers and Brady versus Mahomes and Josh Allen. I don't really give a two shits about that, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess if you want to be able to see something like that, it gives you something to watch. But shout out to the goats that are in the room. Shout out to the goats that came in late. Love you, and I appreciate you. And I'm just trying to show the effort and the grind. The Street Profits, yes. I mean, Private Party is kind of like a poor man's version of the Street Profits. I mean, Private Party, they're still entertaining. You know what I mean? But it's like they almost kind of played off the Street Profits, Private Party. I mean, it seems like the gimmicks are kind of similar. I mean, Street Profits with the cups, more of like the type thing, the swag type team with the brothers and whatnot. Luke Combs. Yeah, put it in the Discord, bro. You got like a music video or whatever. You want to share the link? Put it in there, dude. You know what I mean? Because I like to be able to listen to music and go outside and get my walk in. Even though when I went and got my walk in, it was already dark outside. You know what I mean? But I felt good. Like I feel good right now. Like I could have just said fuck it and just said nope. I'm not going to record tonight. I'm not going to take my dog for a walk. I'm just gonna just do my own thing and whatnot. But anytime I end up putting a little bit more effort, it always makes me feel good that I pushed. You know what I mean? Even if I mentally wasn't ready to record just yet, but I mean, I still got stuff to watch, and AEW is on, and I'm just chilling with you guys. So I appreciate that. We got people that are loyal to hang out with me. You know what I mean? Kaepernick tried out with Raiders today. Tatum balled out. No surprise. Avalanche, I still think that they're going to play Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley, but we'll see. But shout out to the Blues for playing with a lot of heart. We got the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view this weekend. So I am going to order it. So I'm going to enjoy it. I didn't get a chance to do it last time. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some good matchups here. Hopefully CM Punk, this will be the pay-per-view that he ends up winning the title. I think that would be a good time for him to take it over Hangman Page. This is the match I'm probably looking forward to the most. Young Bucks and the Hardys. Young Bucks are my favorite tag team in wrestling. And this one should be pretty good as a beat 'em up. Sting and Darby Allin, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and then we also have the Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa. It's just with the Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa, it doesn't really give you like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see those wrestlers and Thunder Rosa versus, you know, Dr. Britt Baker is one thing, but with these two wrestlers, does anyone really care? You know what I mean? Not to be like disrespectful to either wrestler, but it's not like where it's like a must-see TV with like a Charlotte or a Bianca Belair. I mean, the women's division isn't developed yet over there, so it's just like some of these, they're not horrible. You know what I mean? But it's just like it would be better if Dr. Britt Baker was there. But I'm gonna still enjoy it for what it is. It's just that the star power, the name recognition isn't really. But Serena Deeb is very good technically. She might be one of the better technical wrestlers on the female roster. She's pretty fucking good. I can't not discredit them. I got to throw them up here too. I mean, they are part of the card. Moxley with the middle fingers. Thunder Rosa. I mean, I doubt that Deeb is going to get the belt, though. I mean, if I had to put money on it, I would say Thunder Rosa will retain. Got to show it off. You know what I mean? It's a part of the pay-per-view. I can't just not put it on there. Okay, cool. I see it. Thank you, dude. Got Northwest Wrestling Fanatics. We got that there. Odin's son posted some pictures and sent me some video. Yeah, it looked like he had a lot of fun. I mean, he sent me quite a few videos, and his seats were good. They were right on the floor. Odin's son. I mean, I've never seen Slipknot live or a Cypress Hill or horror. I'm not necessarily saying that's not my genre of music. You know what I mean? I'm more hip hop, but I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, obviously Cypress Hill is hip hop, but I think I would probably enjoy Slipknot more than Cypress Hill, even though Cypress Hill is like the OG thing. We got Jericho and Bryan Danielson going after each other. Could the Blues force Game 7? Yeah, shit. Who knows? It's not impossible, right? I didn't think they were going to come back tonight, and they did. So, yeah, I think that the Thunder Rosa doesn't get enough credit. You know what I mean? I think they need to be able to give her I mean, obviously going with the thumbtacks and the hardcore. I mean, when we've seen Thunder Rosa go against Dr. Britt Baker, I mean, she is a good wrestler, and you know what I mean? She puts all her heart and soul in everything she does. Deeb is very good at technical wrestling and whatnot, but yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I doubt that they would just drop the belt and give it to Deeb. I mean, Thunder Rosa, if you're going to get it from Dr. Britt Baker, you're going to have to hang on to it for a while. Yeah. Yeah. You know who had a shit reign for me? It was Drew McIntyre. You know, because he had it during COVID and no fans really got to appreciate him. And obviously, I'd like to see him take over, for Roman as the guy, or Randy Orton. It sounds like maybe Randy Orton will be the guy because he's that legend killer. He's that big face, big name. But Drew getting, a chance to do it in front of fans would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think just the initial pop of like maybe winning, you know what I mean? But at some point, there has to be other rivalries that come through and whatnot. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, and he's one of my favorites because I think he's got the look. He got fired by WWE, but not only does he have the look, I think his mic skills are pretty fucking incredible. Drew McIntyre is, he's got the passion and the energy. He's a good shit talker, and I think he's a lot better than most of the roster. Personally, I like him a lot, So I'm hoping that we get more Drew, in the limelight. But you know how WWE is; they have their favorites and whatnot. But yeah, doing it in front of nobodies, just no one was there. You know what I mean? I felt that was kind of crap. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, I guess. I mean, they had to have someone be champ at that point, right? And I didn't get a chance to go get beer, so your boy's drinking Pepsi and strawberry Fanta from earlier when I got food. So wanted to go get beer, but took a nap and fell asleep. And me and the girlfriend were watching Simpsons and King of the Hill and the movie Time Machine, and I just wasn't feeling good. And then, like I said, I got up and I said, you know what, fuck this. Fuck feeling not good. I'm gonna, get up and take Paisley for a walk, feel a little bit better, and here we are. So, and like I said, I think it just initially, maybe not feeling it, but then once I actually do it, and then I go back and reflect, the next day, like, okay, I did it. You know what I mean? I wasn't maybe feeling the greatest, but I ended up pushing, and I had good conversations. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, because we can talk literally about anything: football, baseball, basketball, hockey, wrestling, life, Stranger Things, whatever it is. So.
Great sleep is a luxury you deserve.
Does he?
Experience Beauty Rest Black.
Think WWE will ever recover like the NBA? I don't think so. I mean, I want to say that it will, and it was just COVID, but now we're actually past COVID. And I mean, NBA, it's like all the games are almost blowouts. It's just, I thought these playoffs were going to be a lot closer, but almost every matchup is a blowout. That's not good. You know what I mean? The hockey playoffs are much better than the NBA. And it seems like the NBA playoffs, when it first starts, it's a lot closer, but then the farther along it goes, there's like more blowouts. It's just, and then the NFL, it starts off with maybe some blowouts in the beginning, like in the wild card, and then it gets better and better as we get closer to the, AFC, NFC championship game, the Super Bowl. But I don't know, man. I want to be able to enjoy, WWE again, but they just really fucked me over just with the product. And I'm just like, I want to be able to, say I'm a fan of wrestling and I'm not one or the other. But I think a lot of people, the WWE stands, they don't understand. It's not that we're just like jumping ship to AEW because it's that new, fresh promotion. It's just that it's a better program. It's just, you just think the wrestlers are having more fun. Storylines are better. I like the announcers better besides Pat McAfee, Michael Cole. They got that. But I like good old JR, and I look, Tony Schiavone. I like that. And, I like the product. I like a lot of my favorites are over here in AEW, and I've always been a WCW, ECW guy first. No disrespect. I mean, I love WWF in the early 80s, like when I first started watching the Hulkamaniacs, Ultimate Warrior, Demolition, Legion of Doom, Bushwhackers, all that. And then later on, I went to DX, and they had Stone Cold and The Rock and The Undertaker and Mankind and all that. That's awesome, right? But after that, and after like the Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena era in the early 2000s, 02, 03, it just progressively has not been as good. And it's just nice that we have an alternative. And I really, really love, ECW to the core, with RVD and Sabu and Tommy Dreamer and Sandman and, the Masato Tanaka and Mike Awesome and Tajiri and all the guys, Just Incredible, Lance Storm. I mean, I can go on and on, with all the roster and how much I loved it. And obviously with all the matches that I've watched, the hardcore wrestling and the innovative moves, by far ECW was the best. And it was the most hardcore, so maybe didn't have the biggest budget, but I like that type of wrestling. And that's why I've always been ECW, and I've always will be ECW for life. Okay. And then WCW, I just enjoyed their presentation. Mikey Whipwreck, absolutely. No, with the Whippersnapper, Stone Cold Stunner, Whippersnapper. But I can just sit there and enjoy that old school stuff. And then I liked it when, obviously the WWF guys, went over to WCW. And I like the presentation, Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc. I like the announcers. I like the ring. I like the way that the ring sounded when there was a body slam compared to WWF. It just, everything about WCW with the presentation, and then a lot of the legends that were there, and then the NWO, it's just, I'm an NWO guy. I'm NWO, and I'm NWO for life. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and then this definitely gives me vibes of ECW, WCW. And that's why I think I like it so much. But a big part of it, too, is the roster. I got to be able to see innovative wrestling. I don't want to see punch, kick, leg drop, body slam, suplex, DDT, pin. You know what I mean? It's sometimes the WWF matches are just so simple and boring. Or you have like this amazing match on paper, right? Amazing match on paper. But then the ending ends up being fucked in the pay-per-view, and they fuck it all up. You know what I mean? So, FTR, baby. And now Vince is like, oh, they promoted them the right way. They got the ROH belts, and obviously we know FTR is great. They've always been great. And Obviously, in WWF, they didn't see the potential. They were going against the Usos, and they were like shaving each other's backs in like the cutscene. Like, it's funny. And then now Vince is like, oh, now they're popular in AEW, and now they want them back. Well, if I was them, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. It's like, just because we get the proper push that we deserve, and they're talented, and the fans are better in AEW. That's just bottom line. I think that if you're talking about passionate fans, you have WWE fans that like have their favorites, but I think in AEW, we appreciate the product and everyone. And you can feel it in the energy when you watch it on TV or they're in person. It's just a different vibe and a different age group, I feel, too, that appreciates this kind of wrestling. So I think WWE is a little bit for more of the little kids, that's more of like a little kid brand. They're trying to reach out to the old school people, but I think they've lost that connection. Like if you're 30 and up, you're probably not into it as much, you know what I mean? But if you're under 30, maybe you like WWE, but if you've never watched AEW, then, or have never seen WCW or ECW, then you have no idea. So, man, Mikey Whipwreck. Ripley and Asuka. Yeah, I do like Ripley in the Judgment Day. I do like that. They all have the look and whatnot. Well, Asuka, I mean, obviously is technical, and she's one of the most underrated wrestlers that's on the roster overall. I mean, I'd love for her to be in AEW. I think she would be a perfect fit. I mean, she would bring a lot of lift and a lot of, hype, to the division. I mean, if you brought in Charlotte, you brought in, Sasha Banks, and you brought in Asuka, I mean, what it could do for a lift for AEW, that'd be like bringing Moxley over, and Bryan Danielson over, to getting those big names. And I just, the fan appreciation, I feel, in AEW is on a higher level. So the chanting, the fan appreciation, just the overall vibe. Bailey. Yeah, we haven't seen her in wrestling. She's been hurt for a long time. What's the injury? See, Shinsuke and Asuka. Yeah, they never really gave them the proper push, for me being Japanese as well, and then to represent the Japanese wrestlers. They never really gave them the proper, I think, title reign or the proper love that both of them should have gotten. You know what I mean? But you're probably right. You know what I mean? And if they are already, or if they're content, you know what I mean, with what they got going on there with money and what's going on, that's fine. But yeah, I would love to see them over in AEW, but we're probably not going to see those. Also, like guys like Ricochet. I mean, a lot of guys are just they have too many wrestlers, or it's like, or you need to be able to move some of them over to NXT. You know what I mean? And just to be able to have an overall better show, and instead of NXT being the developmental show, just having 3 separate shows. You know what I mean? Like when they had Raw, SmackDown, and Sunday Night Heat. You just need that show. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you have too many wrestlers, people get kind of left behind. And we haven't seen Miro, obviously Rusev, in quite some time. Hopefully we see him sooner than later. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I mean, she just came back on TV now, but I think that they should have, given her the championship, and she, you could do Raw or SmackDown, but I just think that she should have been like one of the showcase pieces, you know what I mean? But I mean, she had her time. She had a little bit of a run, you know what I mean, and stuff early on. But I mean, it's like certain guys, like Kevin Owens and these people that, haven't had a belt or haven't really been in the limelight, I mean, as much as they should have been. I mean, they need to recognize who their stars are. There's other guys out there other than Roman. So, yeah, she did get hurt. That's true. But who knows how much longer it would have lasted after that. I mean, we don't know. Maybe it would have lasted. Yeah, I've always liked Asuka and Shinsuke. No, nothing on the Cash App side. I mean, like I said, it's late. A lot of people probably, I don't know, either went to bed or maybe didn't realize that I was going to hop on. Because normally when I hop on, I mean, if people are busy, then they can always come back, hop on with me for a little bit and come back a couple hours later and whatnot. But I assume most of the goats, they probably don't even know that I'm online right now or anything. So Lacey Evans. Yeah. Lacey got pregnant. All right, see how much more of the show that I got left. I got about an hour left of.
Just then, our hero has a breakthrough. Shoot it. Camera. Shoot a movie. And so our humble team saves the day by working together on Miro.
Popeye's new buffalo ass chicken sandwich is getting sauce thing. The internet's favorite chicken sandwich. Now,
See what's on tap for tomorrow.
Spread on Alfredo's buns, crunchy pickles, and juicy chicken breasts.
Yeah, but sometimes you just got to put in the work, and I think I've realized that too. You know what I mean? It's like you can't expect anything on any given stream. You know, whatever people show up, great. You know you're going to have good conversations no matter who shows up. You can't expect anything on the dono side. I mean, if you get something, great. If you don't, but you never should get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm expecting to make, X amount of dollars. Because if you have that type of expectation, you're going to get disappointed a lot. You know what I mean? Even though that we were pretty consistently hitting, 200 to like 500, pretty much every stream, somewhere in that general range. But some streams are going to be a little bit lower with people and donos, and some will be higher. It's like almost still mind blowing that we hit, 1,320, in a single stream. And I know we'll break that record again at some point with like maybe 1,500 or 2,000 or whatever. But it just kind of gets me excited when we hit a big number like that, because that just means that I can give back to the fans. You know what I mean? I can still pay my bills, but I can still have some leftover, funds to be able to do something nice, like, buy you a jersey or a T-shirt or something sport related, just to be able to say thank you. And I still got to take care of a couple other goats, but I'm grinding. I'm still putting out the material. Yeah, Roman's birthday. I did see that. The best, worst frozen pizza at Tombstone. Gosh, I haven't had a Tombstone in ages. What did you get on the Tombstone? Sausage and pepperoni?
His ribs are already hurting from that cold match. That went straight to the ribs.
And don't forget, still to come tonight, a big-time double main event. Owen Hart Foundation semifinal round match. Dr. Britt Baker.
Tony Storm and Dr. Britt Baker to come. Okay.
Samoa Joe and Kyle O'Reilly with the winners advancing to Double or Nothing this Sunday live on pay-per-view.
I'm going to look to see what's on the slate tomorrow here. 4 meat. Sounds good. Did you what was it? It was so hot and it burned the roof of your mouth? That's the worst, when you end up getting the frozen pizza and then you eat it like maybe too soon because you're just hungry, and then you burn the roof of your mouth, and then like the skin of the roof of your mouth's all fucked up, and you can like feel it with your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and it's like all shredded up and shit. I've done that a couple times. Yeah. I bet.
Champion caliber opponent in front of you.
Dax floats over. Rocker real wild swinging at this. Blind tag there by Roppongi Vice. Atomic drop. Good call. Blind tag is right.
All right, let's take a quick look here. It's nice to see Julio start to get a little bit of pub, and he's starting to kind of get dialed in. So even though my team sucks, I'm used to it. I'm used to the Mariners sucking and the Blazers sucking, and Tampa Bay being, obviously halfway decent now with the Brady era. And then the Ducks usually are my best team, but let's see what's on tap for tomorrow. All right, Cubs and Reds at 9:35. Ooh, that's nice. Maybe I can wake up early and I can watch that. Yankees and Rays, Rockies and Nats, Guardians and Tigers, Phillies and Braves, Royals and Twins, Brewers and Cardinals. Ooh, that'll be tough. Ooh, your guys' teams are going against each other. 28-16 Brewers, 24-19 Cardinals, Red Sox, White Sox, Blue Jays and Angels, Dodgers and Diamondbacks, and then Rangers and Athletics. So no Mariners, but at least I get the Dodgers tomorrow. And then what do we got tomorrow for hockey? Rangers and Hurricanes tied 2-2. And then we got the Oilers up on the Flames 3-1. See if the Rangers can win tomorrow. And then we'll see if the Oilers can close it out. And then we got the basketball game. But yeah, I should be online normal time. Like I said, I just think with the crazy stuff that's going around, That Texas thing was just so sad. You know, just like what's next? You know, it's like from one city to the next. Ooh, 1, 2. Oh wow. Well, who is this? New Japan Pro Wrestling. Who are these guys? I like crossover events and stuff too. So, and that's always cool if like ROH or NJPW, like if you can just get all these people to cross over on different federations, it's always neat. Wow, what athleticism! I need to start watching more NJPW, I think, and ROH. I don't really watch it very often, but I probably should. Probably should start to watch it a little bit more. But I just got so much stuff on my plate. Oh, powerbomb. Yeah, Jeff Cobb. I remember seeing him somewhere else. I don't know if it was AEW a couple years ago or something, but I think I saw him on one of the events. Wasn't he on AEW? Oh, shit. Through the tables. United Empire. I do like Will Ospreay a lot. I know he says he's never going to go to another federation or whatever, but I've seen him and Omega have some legendary matches and going after each other and whatnot. Which one's better to watch? Is it ROH or I mean, Impact? They still got that going on too. Like, what's the best one to watch? That's not obviously not WWE. AEW is my favorite, but between like Impact, ROH, and NJPW, which one is the best in your opinion? Out of you two that you guys actually watch? Young Bucks. Yeah, Impact is improving, and since ROH was bought by AEW, does ROH do they still do like weekly shows? I know Impact does, and NJPW they usually. I mean, everyone still has a weekly show, right? I would assume NJPW would be the best, the Japan stuff. So that's what I heard. That's what I heard. It was kind of like just kind of floating. Like there wasn't really a whole lot there or whatever. So. And then with this group, is that NJPW for the Ospreay?
You guys are elite. But let's be honest. Let's call this fact out. When we look at you and when wrestling fans look at you,
Hardys.
They see Hardy cosplayers. And the reason we're here at AEW.
He said Hardy cosplayers. I don't know about that. I mean, obviously they're the new generation of the Hardys. I mean, Jeff and Matt are obviously legends of the game, just like the Dudleys and Edge and Christian. But Young Bucks, the athleticism though, for both of them, a little bit more athletic. I mean, they're on the Jeff level, but obviously Matt isn't as athletic as the Young Bucks. But I mean, he definitely makes up for it in other ways. All right, man. Hey, happy birthday, bro. I will be on at normal time. Appreciate you. Love you. And I'll see you very, very soon. Okay. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. And like I said, we'll try to come on the stream a little bit earlier. This is for, are you talking, this is for ROH, right? Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole, Red Dragon. Happy birthday, Michael. Glad that hopefully you have a great one. Like I said, it's probably 140 or 240 your time. So you obviously have more knowledge on the other federations than me. I mean, I have a brief knowledge, but I don't have all the knowledge on ROH and Impact and their history and JPW. I mean, I know a little bit, you know what I mean? I invest most of my time in obviously AEW. And then if I'm not watching that, it's more like WCW, ECW, old school shit. And the Bullet Club is still going on, right? They still got Bullet Club is still going on. Jameson Meza. I actually didn't even start my stream, Jameson. Great to see you in the building, bro. I didn't even start the stream until like at 10 o'clock, like 10:15. Like, so I was going to stream at 7:30 and then I wasn't feeling good. And then I told Sarah, hey, let's do maybe 8:30. Right. And then I just wasn't really feeling too good and, slept a little bit more. And then I decided to take Paisley for a walk. And then I got a little, burst of energy, you know what I mean? And then I said, fuck it, I'm going to grind, I'm going to push. And, I'm here. So I'm grinding now, you know what I mean? So, I mean, normally I start at 7 and I end at, 7:30 and I end at like midnight or 1 or 2. And I started a little late and Bullet Club is all over Impact, AEW, and JPW. Yeah. But the actual Bullet Club, the actual main Bullet Club, what federation is the main group of Bullet Club in? Sorry. Whenever Jungle Boy comes on, I have to. I always get emotional when I see Jungle Boy every fucking time, man. I love Jungle Boy a lot. Obviously I have a thing with like father-son combos, you know what I mean? Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr., anything that, that they have a story. And obviously watching, Beverly Hills 90210, not religiously, but it was on, back when I was a kid. You tune in, and obviously his dad, Luke Perry is no longer with us. And it just would be so cool to see Luke, in the front row cheering his son on. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that, when I know how much that he loved wrestling. And I actually saw an old clip of a Monday Night Raw where it shows Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. It shows him in the front row as a little kid with Luke Perry, just sitting there enjoying himself and enjoying the show and whatnot. So, and JPW, yes. And that's the best. And obviously, that's probably like, with all the violence and gun stuff that's going on, it's like the Washington Bullets, had to change their name. And obviously the Bullet Club could be, there could be some things there where people would be like, oh, change the name or whatever and stuff. But I think it's cool. You know what I mean? All right. So now we got Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy, and Swerve Strickland on a triple threat. And they're going to be in the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view doesn't look too bad. I'm going to order it. Obviously we're missing Keith Lee, Luchasaurus, and Powerhouse Hobbs. But I love Jungle Boy. I mean, everyone is just so, I think it was just kind of new and fresh for me too. Because it's like, you already know everyone in like the WWE side. But when AEW started 3 years ago today, or technically yesterday for some of you, it's still Wednesday for me for another 16 minutes. But just to be able to have these new fresh guys that I didn't really know who they were, you know what I mean? The Darby Allins, the Jungle Boys, and undersized guys that I could really get behind. And I'd rather watch guys like that any day than a lot of the guys that are on WWE's roster. You know what I mean? I like sometimes those underdog, like kind of smaller guys that maybe don't weigh a whole lot, 175, 180, 200. Because obviously WWE has their certain guys that they like to push, and they couldn't even really give Adam Cole what he wanted. Ooh, wow, Swerve Strickland. Stardom called Queen's Quest. Educate me. What's in there? Let me know. I mean, I feel like my wrestling knowledge is good, not as good as yours. You have a lot more knowledge and probably more matches that you've seen on those other federations. I mean, I got a lot of hours, hundreds of thousands of hours put in WWF, WWE, ECW, and WCW. But as far as the other federations, you definitely beat me by a long shot with that. And I'm always learning new things, and I love it when people can teach me something. You know, it's like I always want to learn something new. So
Is in one place, and the budget never ends.
Jameson Meza.
Prime Video.
Yeah.
Introducing the Beauty Rest Black Mattress.
How's your day going? How's everything going for you, Jameson? I figured that you'd be in at some point, and I know some people sometimes get bored and they're just like sitting in bed and, you know, they're on their laptop or on their phone. And sometimes if you just scroll or you go to your subscriptions and then you can see that I'm online. But like I said, I didn't even go online until like 10:15. So it was very, very late. I took my dog for a walk and I said, you know what, fuck it. Let's push, you know, regardless if I get any donos tonight or not, you know what I mean? Let's just have fun. You know what I mean? And I mean, I've had days where we've made an insane amount and we've had other days where, you know, we haven't made as much, but I'll tell you what, no matter if I make, you know, $1,300 or if I make $50 or less, I mean, I'm always going to have a good time. I mean, obviously I need to pay bills. Let's be honest. You know, I got a lot of shit that I need to take care of, but I do enjoy being able to do this as my dream. You know what I mean? I'm doing this full time and I really enjoy just being able to spend time with people that are like-minded like me and we can have fun with it. So yeah, I knew Celtics were going to come back and win. I mean, like I said, you're going back and forth with the series, you know, and whatnot. But I think the Warriors series is going to be over tomorrow. I think they're going to close it out, especially at home. I don't see Dallas. I mean, it could be a blowout. I mean, the shit might be over within the first half. Could be over in the third quarter. You know, usually second half team, they're going to find a way. And I think also too, when my mental health, you know, most of the time I'm good. You know, most of the time I feel good, but I won't lie. I mean, sometimes things do get me down and stuff, like, you know, with the shooting in Texas and stuff. Like, you know, sometimes it's like, it doesn't really necessarily affect me personally. I didn't know any of those people over there, but it's just like, sometimes that sad shit, you know, that you read and you see the faces and the names, it kind of just puts you in a funk, you know what I mean? And I don't like feeling in a funk, you know what I mean? I don't like feeling in a funk at all. And so I know sometimes when, you know, I feel like I'm maybe in a little bit of a funk, you know, that maybe I can hang out with you guys. And I figured, you know, if Sarah, you know, if she's still up and whatnot, and, you know, we will have a few people drop in. We might not have everyone that normally drops in, you know what I mean? Since I didn't start at the normal time, but I mean, this is just fun for me. You know what I mean? It's just, we can watching wrestling. Oh, Jungle Boy. Oh my God. Hurricane Rana to swerve on the outside. Let's go. God, I love Jungle Boy so much. I love Darby more, but I like Jungle Boy just with his dad situation. It almost makes me cry. Like no cap, like no joke. Like, you know, whenever I think of his dad not being around and, you know, how proud his dad would have been, you know, to be able to see the faces that Luke Perry would make seeing Jungle Boy actually in, you know, AEW and thriving too. And then obviously Kaepernick got to try out with the Raiders. Cool photo. Tatum went off today. No surprise. We got pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. Super excited. They only do 4 a year. So they put their time and their efforts into each one. And I don't think AEW has ever had a bad pay-per-view. Like if you look at the people that, you know, go over the matches and whatnot, I mean, they're usually better pay-per-views, you know, than what WWE puts out. And WWE puts out one a month roughly. And even their big ones sometimes don't hit the mark. So if your big ones aren't going to hit the mark, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, all those Royal Rumble, if, you know, if those don't hit on the, you know, on the money, then what are the other ones in between going to do? They're going to be even worse. So that's good, man. Good to hear. Glad that you're in the room, man. Yeah, started off with background, but obviously when you're in the studio background, you know what I mean? I want to make it more light and more, you know. So I like to switch it up here and there. We can bounce around. Hey, if you need to go to sleep, that's completely fine. I don't expect us to, I don't know where we're going to be on donations. We probably won't even hit $50 in the donations. I mean, we might not even hit 20. I don't know. I mean, unless we get a goat coming in, like Cyberpunk out of nowhere, I mean, he might be able to get us to a good number if he somehow gets the notification and shows up. But I mean, other than that, I doubt that we're going to, so if you need to go to sleep, I mean, I'll be able to keep track. It's not like we're going to have like 10 donations of $20 back to back to back to back. I mean, I'm just kind of hanging out. So, but I'll be back tomorrow, regular time. So if you need to go to sleep, it's all good. Oh, walk off, dude. Thank you so much, dude. If you're the only one that donates tonight, at least we hit 20. That's awesome. I mean, 20 is a hell of a lot better than 10, dude. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, bro. It means a lot. You know what I mean? Especially when I, just wasn't really feeling it, but bang, bang, walk off Whitey, always coming up in the clutch, just like Randy Orton with RKOs. Thank you, brother. $20. Let's get to a hundo. That would be great if we could do that, but I don't expect it. But yeah, appreciate you guys. And like I said, even when we only have a couple people in the room, I still have fun. I mean, like I said, we can just pick each other's brains, and we're all super fans of wrestling and football and baseball, basketball. I mean, we're all the same, just that we're all on different computers spread out across the United States, and I'm really happy that I found you guys and you guys have found me, and it just feels really good to be able to do, I am my own boss. I am my own CEO. I am in control of, what I do, what I say, when I record, how long I record for. And it's just nice to be able to, have a clique of people that, we'll get trolls and people once in a while, but most of the time it's like a real fun stream every night, regardless of how many people are in the room or not. So big facts. Oh shit, Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland with the win. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. My boy coming in the clutch. Luchasaurus is coming out. Powerhouse Hobbs. And I'll definitely take the time and I'll go grab snacks and I'll get beer tomorrow. And, and I think sometimes, when you eat, you know what I mean? Whether it's like burgers or pizza and then you get kind of sleepy. I think that's kind of what happened too. Like I was already in bed kind of relaxing and just chilling. And then I just got really, really sleepy. And I don't know. I think it's just like one of those things you sometimes mentally get in your own head about stuff. And I'm just reading in my, news thread and everything is negative. It's always like someone dying or some kind of crazy act of violence or whatever. And I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I might just, I like to be able to read and know what's going on, but I don't like reading all the negativity and all the bad stuff that's going on. So maybe I need to not be on my feed as much. You know what I mean? So I can, maybe do a little bit more basketball or, a little bit more wrestling stuff. I mean, I know I got Stranger Things is coming and I finished season 3 with the girlfriend. We already watched it like 3 years ago. And then like maybe a year ago, Keith Lee sacrificing his body, going over the top. Awesome. But I just wanted to get my brain, up to speed for season 4. And then we got, Boba Fett already started and finished. And we got the Obi-Wan starting on Friday too. So I'm stoked for that. The card looks pretty good though for Double or Nothing. Congratulations to AEW, 3 years today. And they're not slowing down, and Vince isn't going to be able to buy them ever. I mean, I hope that we never get to a point. Because, why would you want to have that being shut down? Competition brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? I don't want to see fucking Vince have anything to do with AEW ever. And I think he knows that, so. Oh, Jameson Meza, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, dude. Bang, bang. Thank you, dude. $5. Let's go, dude. We went from nothing to 10 to 20 to 25. Late night stream. Hey, appreciate you guys. Bang, 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 my brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Gang, gang. Thank you, brother.
Because you're brand new, custom made.
Thank you. Hell yeah. There we go. I mean, that's obviously makes it a little bit, more worth it when you can get at least something. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything tonight, to be honest. I was like, I don't know who's going to fucking show up. I didn't really know, you know what I mean? But I mean, all it takes is usually one goat, you know what I mean? But so how did you know I was online? Did you just browse through your phone or your computer and then you just were like, oh my God, he's fucking online? And I mean, you just got to assume I'm online almost every day at like 7 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time until late night, and just to check. And I don't like doing posts saying that, hey, I'm going to be online, and then I'm not. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to like mislead anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm online. But I just wasn't feeling it at that proper time, and I thought maybe if I take a little nap, that I'd feel a little bit better. So.
Someone who has worked and earned everything she has, and is grateful for being the AEW Women's Champion. That has never
Thunder Rosa.
Because that's what champions do. And Serena, Mirena, you are not
$25. Let's get to 50. Don't know if that'll happen, but 25 is a hell of a lot better than 0. Know what I mean? So shout out to you guys. Yeah, he put in he actually put in a Luke Combs song in here too into the Discord. When it rains, it pours. He put that in there. You guys must have the same wavelength. You guys are thinking the same thing. Yeah, but any type of songs or matches or old clips or anything that your T-shirts, your jerseys, action figures, anything that you collect, anything that you guys wanted to share. Make sure you put it on the Discord. It's very cool to be able to see what you guys, have in your collections with little stuff that you like and whatnot. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. The wrestling Discord. Ooh, what is this? Queen's Quest. Members from left to right. Lady C, Saya, Kamitani, Hina, Azumi, a.k.a. AZM, Utami, Haya Shashita, Haya Shashita, leader, and then Miyu Amasaki. I should be able to say these names a little bit better. But when you got a last name like that, unless I'm not familiar. I am Japanese, so not doing myself any favors tonight. Yeah, appreciate you, dude. Thank you, Jameson. Always an OG. You guys are always, like the same ones that are always supporting me, and it means a lot. You got to have loyal people that support, but also too, it's like you want to be able to have people that are interesting and have something to say and that are fun. And there's no drama with any of the people that are in the room. We're always just positive and enjoy each other's company. And I couldn't ask for a better group of core people that we have on the channel. Yeah, we're gonna grow. I mean, we still need to make up like 150 or 160 subs that I fucking lost, which sucks. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess if it's people that I had to block because they were being trolls or being an asshole, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, I'd rather have good quality people, than have people that are gonna just be a nuisance. You know what I mean? So. All right, just fast forwarding a little bit through the commercials here. And I'm watching AEW Dynamite. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was just sleeping, not feeling too good. It's crazy how I get to these moments too. It's like sometimes I'll get to the moments where I'm like, I don't know, not necessarily I'd rather be sleeping and I'd rather be in like the Matrix, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's like, being in the dream world and just, not having to deal with all the outside bullshit and the sadness and the crazy crimes and shit that are going on and stuff. It's just kind of nice to be able to sleep. I mean, I enjoy sleep too. And Paisley, is one of those, puppies that, she's very needy. And anytime I'm trying to sleep or get a nap in, it's almost fucking impossible. There's always a little bit of whining going on, or there's always something going on, her barking or whining or wanting to be underneath the blankets with us or on the top, and she's getting so big. And I had to throw away their dog bed. She ripped it up and pissed on it and fucking, she likes to rip up things now. So we have like comforters. And so she likes to eat the stuffing and like rip them up. So she's like almost ruined all the bedding that we've had, but we love her and she's a great dog. It's just, sometimes it's a lot to deal with, but you know how that goes. She's changed my life for the better.
Maybe I'll keep some of that stuff.
Appreciate you. Yeah, but obviously for my mental health, I don't think I'll ever go down the bad path that I did since I've had her. She just brings too much joy into my life that I can't go down that bad path that I was in before. She's just too good to me. So I just gotta be able to. I mean, she's my daughter. I don't have a daughter, human daughter. So this is pretty much my child besides the YouTube channel. So. All right, Dr. Britt Baker, Dr. DMD. I love Dr. Britt Baker. There's not too many female wrestlers that I really like, but thank God they have at least her. You know what I mean? In the division. They just need a few more Dr. Britt Bakers. Looks like we got about 30 minutes left. We got Toni Storm versus Dr. Britt Baker. Yeah, this will be interesting if we have any news from Kaepernick and whatnot. I doubt that he'll get signed. I don't know if it was a publicity stunt or not, but you never know. Tatum stepped up, no surprise there. Jaylen Brown stepping up, though, is kind of a nice surprise. And that's coming on in 57 minutes. So I guess I could stay up and watch that if I wanted to. But Jaylen Brown's had a couple of pretty big games stepping up for them.
Something that so many fans have fond memories of, but so many competitors, as we heard earlier tonight, also so inspired by Owen Hart and his career. I think he's a great wrestler, but he was a great human being as well. Great father. He's one of the few guys in my 40 plus years in wrestling that was one person say one negative word about him. That is a deep in this business.
So I can find a good Jaylen Brown photo. I know I got one in here. All right, Toni Storm and Dr. Britt Baker going one-on-one. 3-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. Awesome. Show's been good all the way through. A nice X factor for the team, Jaylen Brown. $25. Let's get to 50. We might be able to get there. You never know. I don't know what Cyberpunk is online, or he's probably working. I mean, he does Graveyard, so it just depends on who hops on and sees if I'm online and whatnot. But we'll end up getting a better number tomorrow and whatnot. I'm not too worried about it. Miami needs another star, Embiid says. Well, that's pretty evident. That's why I just didn't think that, rebounding wise and defense wise, team defense wise, I mean, they just don't match up very good to Boston. But obviously seeing Milwaukee and Boston, go after it instead of the Heat there would have been a little bit better to see those two teams. But the Middleton thing didn't really help, but they'll be back. And then we get this tomorrow, so this will be good. All right, we got 15 minutes to get to 2 hours. So at least, I'm putting in the grind and the hustle. All right, we got Tony Storm and Dr. Brett Baker. Let's see how much time we have left. I got 27 minutes left until the Dynamite is over. Maybe watch a little bit of this later. Maybe a little bit of that. I mean, I'm awake now, so I already slept and everything and ate, so I'll stay up. Maybe I'll even watch the Celtics and the Miami Heat replay. I might not be streaming, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I doubt anyone will be in here. I mean, just sitting here by myself. But you never know. Another faction and Stardom.
This Arby's made to order masterpiece can't be topped, except very literally by honey bread. Arby's, we have
The Japanese culture is just so cool. With the wrestlers and the face paint and just their kind of aggressive style with everything that they do too. I love it. You spend a lot of time watching. I saw that. You spend a lot of time. Do you watch like Japanese wrestling like every day? Is it like a part of your routine that you watch? I mean, obviously you like Milwaukee Brewers and the Packers, and you like Giannis a lot. But do you spend a lot of time watching like Japanese like wrestling on YouTube or however you watch it? Do you spend a lot of time watching that every day? I need to step my game up. I mean, obviously with basketball will be over pretty soon, and then I can focus more on baseball and whatnot. So, I mean, it'll be pretty much baseball and wrestling the rest of the way through. So, I hope this pay-per-view ends up being good. I imagine it should be. And we'll see Rampage on Friday. And all right, no problem. Get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow, regular time tomorrow. At least once a week. Nice. That's awesome, dude.
There is no pecan chicken salad sandwich quite like this one. Nope. This Arby's made to order masterpiece.
It's crazy, like with the different backgrounds and stuff. Like even just for me, you can have different backgrounds. You can be in different cities, but just seeing the tropical. I mean, I'm a water guy too, so anytime I look at water, it just always puts me in such a better mood. Listening to music and spending time with that too. But it just puts me in such a better, calming mood wherever we go. Wherever location we go to, just makes me feel so much better. It's really good for my mental health for sure. Yeah, you got to put in the time for the stuff that you like. So, ooh, nice DDT by Tony Storm. You guys have to wake up early tomorrow for anything? Walk off and Jameson, you guys have anything you guys have to do early in the morning or no?
Extremely well throughout this contest. Water wheel drop. Now Tony Storm looking for that Storm Zero. But Britt Baker counters the air raid crash. The cover, the hook of the fog leg. No! Well, this goes to show you. I tell you, Storm Zero is top here. That high velocity that you were talking about, look, Jamie Hayter. She doesn't look stable. But Jamie, it's because she
Xavier, what's good, man? How's it going? Just grinding, man. Just grinding it out. What's good with you, brother? I'm just watching AEW Dynamite replay, getting ready for the pay-per-view this weekend. And then I got the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat replay that's on in like 50 minutes. So I'm just, just grinding it out, man. Just got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the grind. What's good with you, bro? Debbie Malenko, is that Dean Malenko's wife or daughter or something? Is that part of the actual famous Malenkos? Just chilling, got finals coming these last days of school. Nice, bro. Yeah, like I said, I usually start my stream at like 7:30 p.m. or 7, but just wasn't feeling good, and I was just gonna say fuck it tonight, but then I decided to push and took a nap and took my dog for a late walk, around like 9-10 o'clock, and then decided to hop online. So Tony Storm's got a bloody nose. Tony Storm, or it's Dr. Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho or Chris Statlander. Well, it's going to be Chris Statlander. It's not going to be Ruby Soho. Yeah, that'll be Statlander versus DMD, I would assume. Rampage, Young Bucks in action. Awesome. So I got one more match. Matt Seidel and Bryan Danielson. Love Bryan Danielson. Special guest commentator, William Regal. Awesome. Hookhausen versus Tony Nese. Mark Sterling. Oh, man, I can't wait. Let's go. Oh, I get Jade Cargill. I'm looking forward to this. This might be the match I'm looking forward to the most. Ooh, Death Triangle versus House of Black. Oh, shit. I didn't know. Oh, okay. Anarchy in the arena. This is going to be a good pay-per-view. MJF versus Wardlow. Let's go. Fuck yeah. And the final. Adam Cole versus... Ooh, Samoa Joe or Kyle O'Reilly. Let's go. There's just so many wrestlers that I just like in AEW over WWE. No, she was trained by them and they let her use the last name. Oh, okay.
AEW fans, with DraftKings Sportsbook, everyone can join a free-to-play pool for
Okay, cool.
AEW's next big event.
Skinner in the building. What do you do? How are you? Just doing my late night thing like normal. Just grinding it out, man. Yeah, I think it just gets to a point too. It just depends on who knows that you're online, and who knows what's going on, and A lot of people are up late. I mean, I know usually I am. I'm still wake up early though. So sometimes when I stream until like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, I wake up at 7 sometimes. Other times I try to sleep until, 8, 9, 10 or noon or whatever. But if I start my day out late, then usually the rest of my day is fucked. So my girlfriend wakes up at 7 a.m. to get her day started. So usually I like to get up around that time. So I don't need a whole lot of sleep. I can go to sleep at like 3 or 4 in the morning, wake up at 7, take care of my dog, hang out, and get the most of my day and whatnot. So, but hopefully we'll get, maybe an unexpected goat that will maybe hop in and say hello. And you never know. You know what I mean? That's why the streams are exciting. You just never know who's going to show up. You never know, what kind of donos you're going to be at, what conversation that we're going to be talking about. And then I know Holly Hundo had some work and stuff that she had to get through, but hopefully she'll be back on a normal schedule, and we'll get Cyberpunk and a few others in the building. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Got a little bit more time here with AEW. I got 17 minutes left. Okay, I'm just fast forwarding now. It's a good time for me to get caught up on some TV and stuff too, since I was sleeping earlier. And I almost never don't catch AEW when it's on. For me, it comes on at 8 o'clock, so I'm usually streaming. So, but I don't know. I think really what happened is with the Texas shooting that got me in kind of a funk. I was like, man, you know what I mean? It's like the more I read, the more sad I get. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, 25. Let's see if we can get to 50. Can we get there? Maybe. I mean, you never know. We could even get to 100 depending on if a goat shows up. You know what I mean? But I'm just hanging out. Trying to just throw some positive light in this dark world that we live in. Just enjoying my time with other goats in the room, and we can talk about anything. We got a little Tom Brady action, a little Jordan pick, a little Odell. Kelsey. All right, we got Samoa Joe. Love me some Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is very underrated as a talker too. It's cool that they gave him some kind of gold around the waist. Yeah, but I know tomorrow, which is actually today, I'm going to look back and I'll be like, I'm glad. I think a lot of the times it's like, when I don't feel good or I'm mentally not feeling I'm right. But once I just prepare myself and, getting to take Paisley for a walk, because I was planning on doing that earlier. And even if I did it late, at least I got it done. I try to get her some exercise, and, I don't like not being able to do things that I know that need to be done. You know what I mean? I know Paisley needs to be able to get outside, and she gets restless, and just makes me feel good knowing that, I pushed. All right, Samoa Joe and Kyle O'Reilly, one-on-one. It's a NWSF late night stream. Usually I start around 7:30. Tonight we started at 10:15. A little late, but hey, better late than never, right? Better late than never. Colin Kaepernick got a tryout with the Raiders earlier today. I don't know how serious that was, if that's a publicity stunt. Last time he played, I think, was in 2016 or something. So I don't know if he'll ever get a job, but you never know. You never know. Celtics ended up beating the Heat today. I believe it was, let's look at the score so I don't say the wrong score. I believe it was like 93-80, but I don't want to say that. Let's see how close I was to that. Yep, 93-80. So now Boston's up 3-2. And the next game for them will be on Friday at home, and that's where they're going to win. So Boston in 6. And then we got the AEW pay-per-view this Sunday, 4 a year. So they put their blood, sweat, and tears, and they build up these rivalries, for a couple months. It's like you got 3 months per pay-per-view, roughly. Sometimes they do some a little bit closer together. After this pay-per-view in May, June, July, August, September, October. I know they got one like in October, I believe, but I'll have to look at the schedule here. AEW PPV schedule 2022. Forbidden Door is going to be on June 26th.
Internationally on Fight.tv and select movie theaters nationwide. No excuse, you do not want to miss Double or Nothing.
All right, so Battle of the Belts was January 8th. Let's see. Battle of the Belts, Beach Break, Revolution. That's the big one. That was on March 6th. That was the one that I wanted to do, but then I wasn't able to do it. And then Double or Nothing is the other big one. That's May 29th. And I got Forbidden Door, which is just like a crossover event. Fighter Fest, July something. Fight of the Fallen. All Out is September 4th. And then Full Gear is November. So those are the main ones. Full Gear, All Out, Double or Nothing, and then Revolution. Those are the big ones. But they have these other ones. Battle of the Belts, Beach Break, Revolution, St. Patrick's Day Slam. Some of these ones are like on TV. Battle of the Belts 2. Forbidden Door is going to be June 26th. That's my mom's birthday. Fighter Fest in July. Fight for the Fallen, July something. All Out in September. And then Full Gear in November. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. All right, what do we got here? Samoa Joe rolling on the ground. Love me some Samoa Joe.
Going back to Rochester, so well received there our first time. It's
Dragon Screw.
Now not only having his shoulder worked over, but his knee as well, and holding himself upright with the ropes. I'm not sure he knows O'Reilly was.
Ooh, shit.
Rodney's tough, man. He's resourceful. Going for the cover.
1, 2, 2.
O'Reilly, the cross-arm breaker. Samoa Joe, look at that. He's holding on to his own wrist. And our main event will continue in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere. Who will advance to Double or Nothing this Sunday?
There's a lot of beautiful girls here, but if I was gonna go on a date with somebody, I'd pick my ex-wife.
This is what I'm watching right now.
The Beauty Rest Black Mattress.
This right here, Samoa Joe versus Kyle O'Reilly. Just gonna fast forward the commercial. I hate when they do the commercials during the matches, but at least they have like a picture-in-picture box so I can still kind of pay attention instead of them just completely leaving you in the dark of what's happening when the commercial and then they hop back in. So I guess it's better than nothing. And they have to make money. They have to have advertisers and whatnot. So I get it. I understand. It's just
Never gonna feel it.
okay. Now they're back. All right. I got 5 minutes left before this is over.
To face Adam Cole in the finals. The Owen Hart Foundation tournament is Sunday. Live at Double or Nothing here tonight. Their main event. Joe's in deep water. Late innings of the game.
I hope we get Joe to win this, but I don't know who wins. I don't mind either one. Both of them are good wrestlers.
The resilience and the quickness of Samoa Joe is uncanny right there. What a leg sweep by Samoa Joe. We already saw one incredible.
Can't wait for the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view will be good. I'm going to be busy too. This will be good. This comes out. Stranger Things 4. And then we also get the Obi-Wan, which I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I love that.
Guarantee Kyle O'Reilly's not thinking, he's only got one arm. What about those damn feet, those legs, that other arm? Yeah, well, there's a lot that Joe can do. I get it.
I still haven't watched the Boba Fett, so I need to get caught up on that before I actually get into this one. But anything Star Wars related, I'm watching. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Like every time they have like a marathon, I'm always watching. Even though I've seen every movie like 100 times already. Like it doesn't matter.
Man, these guys, you can see the pain on the faces of both men. It's been more than a match, it's been a struggle, guys. Yes, it's been a very physical match, emotionally and physically. These guys are thinking, look, the biggest event of the year is just a few days. Sunday night. It's got check time here.
I'm a big Star Wars nerd through and through. This is going to be dope, though. Mandalorian was fucking awesome. It was countered by O'Reilly. Oh, shit. Joe gets to the ropes. All right, so we got Kyle O'Reilly and Samoa Joe. It's like ending is about to happen here in like any minute now, any moment now. And Undisputed Era was one of my favorite factions, and of course Vince fucked that up. And I'm glad that they're he's got the Undisputed Elite. All we need is just one more member to come. Ooh, big clothesline. Get him, Joe. Ooh, shit. I can't wait for AEW to come to Oregon. I don't know when they're going to come, but at some point I gotta go. And I think they're in Vegas and they're going to do the California thing, but oh, Samoa won. Nice. Fuck yeah. So we're going to get Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. Fuck yeah. Yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. Fuck yes. Let's go. Joe. Fuck yeah. Yeah. I mean, anything to do with Star Wars. I mean, some people, I know you even, don't really like the newer ones, and totally understandable, compared to the stuff that was in the 70s and, early 80s. And then the stuff they did with Natalie Portman in like the 90s and whatnot. But okay, is this over now? All right, so now I can delete this. At least I got AEW in. So, got to watch this. Ooh, we got football on, Packers and Bengals. They did a Devontae Adams little thing. And what is this? Big Faces, New Places, Devontae Adams. So now they're showing Devontae in a bunch of games. So they got a full game on. Okay. Well, I guess I can watch a little football. Week 5. 3-1 Packers versus 3-1 Bengals. Shotgun set, Joe Burrow. in Cincinnati too. All right, trying to see what else I have on the DVR. But this is cool. I always like it when they have NFL games on late. Gives me something to watch. I love NFL, obviously, as you know. All right, we got Master Chef. Oh, season 20, episode 1. Oh my God. Yes, please. I didn't know it was that one. I thought it was the kid one. Fuck yeah. Okay, and I got The Flash. I have Simpsons, King of the Hill, and I got Young Rock. Okay. And what else do I have? Yeah, I think so. They're going to be beating the shit out of each other. The whole pay-per-view looks pretty fucking good. Like, I'm going to order it. I mean, I didn't get to order the last one because obviously, you know, with NASCAR and, you know, people getting mad at me because I was just grinding and just streaming almost every day and everything. But I mean, when you look at the card, I mean, this should be pretty good. Maybe CM Punk will win. This will be good. You know, it'll give you some. I mean, I don't really know what direction they're going to go. If Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are going to drop the belts or not, we'll see. Young Bucks and Hardys, that's like a dream match. Okay, this will be a beat 'em up type of match here. Samaje Perine touchdown, Bengals. All right, so we got Packers and Bengals on NFL Network. Awesome. And then I can decide if I want to watch. That was the first score of the game too, so good timing. And then I can watch. I'll watch MasterChef, Flash. I know at one point I'll watch Young Rock, which I like. Is that this game? Is this the Bengals Packer game where they couldn't make a field goal? Or is that Mason Crosby? This was from last year. Extra point is up, and it's good. Yeah, I watched a video of a kid buying 4 PSA 10 rookie cards, 2 of Burrow and 2 of Herbert for $1,700. Obviously, as an investment, Gem Mint 10 rookie cards. Not bad. You know, I mean, if you're going to spend your money and you're going to invest in Burrow and Herbert, I mean, those would be, guys to invest in for, rookie cards. They're definitely going to go up. And Gem Mint 10. So it doesn't get any better than that. You're getting the perfect card. And I assume Burrow and Herbert will both be in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. All right, maybe I'll watch Young Rock. I like that show. And I'll go back to the... Oh, there's 2 episodes. No shit. You watch Young Rock at all, Jameson Meza? It's a pretty cool show. The Rock is running for president, and then it just kind of goes back in his history of the trials and tribulations, being at the U and then the CFL, Calgary Stampeders or whatever, and then getting cut, and then getting his tryout with Vince and Patterson and whatnot, and trying to make his way to following in his dad's footsteps. And they got a lot of actors, obviously, that are portraying Andre the Giant and Macho Man. A lot of these people that are passed on and they're no longer with us, but it's pretty cool. All right, well, I got 2 episodes of Young Rock to watch, I guess. Willamette Valley, Oregon. No way. Forrest Whitaker. What the hell are they doing in Oregon? Oh, wow. It's crazy.
For those who don't know, Dwayne's best friend is Forrest Whitaker. Oh, come on.
Randall was upset because I didn't invite him to a private lunch with me and Forrest.
No, I am not upset. I just figured I would go with him because we've been through this whole thing together, and I just don't understand why now he would decide to go.
Randall Park is funny too. He's doing the narration on it. Fresh off the boat, Dad.
Of course, sorry. So the election is one day away, and conventional wisdom says that you should be pounding the pavement in key battle
It's pretty cool, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan of The Rock. So I mean, no matter, it's just cool to be able to see his like upbringing. You know what I mean, and have these people portray his life and whatnot. Like I said, I'm always gonna be big on Stone Cold. Always big on The Rock, Hollywood Hogan, RVD. There's a certain, so anytime I see something of like Macho Man or RVD or Stone Cold Rock or Hogan, I'm watching. Appreciate everyone hanging out with your boy. Late night stream.
Since I lived with him 10 years ago, Bruno had quite the ride. He had a successful run in the WWF as Dr. Harvey Whipple.
Harvey Whipple.
Managing guys like
Kamala, the Giant Gonzalez. Oh my gosh, old school names.
As a referee and head of the ring crew.
Awesome.
Win some options. Rocky Jr. No brainer.
Rocky Maivia. That's nice.
Little G's. Now I accept Rocky too. Even if
I like the people they have in the show.
Don't put too much pressure on this. Most guys change names a bunch in their careers. Undertaker used to be Commando.
it goes Rocky 1, then 3, then 2, then 5. Any of those except Rocky 4 to Russia. It's the beginning of a new chapter, so I want to make sure I get it right. Well,
Definitely don't want my opinion. My
The
name's
Rock.
Leonard Spatzinski. Why? Sounded like a guy I wanted to party with.
though I still wasn't ready for the WWF, Vince and Pat decided to try me out in a tag team, wrestling in Jerry Lawler's Saturday TV show, the same one my dad worked years earlier.
Sheriff, who the hell are you?
Dwayne Johnson,
Dwayne Johnson.
Rocky's son.
Dewey.
Dewey.
Oh, man. Hey, your dad still owes me $40.
Well, sounds like him. Try not to hold it against me, though. I was really trying to be my own man.
Jeff Jarrett.
My dad's baggage passed down to me. Sometimes you can't choose how people know you.
Hey, Billy Crane. Book the matches.
Oh, hey.
Announcers need your wrestling name. You got one yet?
But sometimes you can.
Yeah. It's Flex. Flex Cabana.
Flex Cavana.
Your name wasn't The Rock.
No, not yet. Not out of the gates. I wanted to blaze my own path, so I decided to create a name for myself on my own terms.
But why Flex Cabana?
Flex Cavana was his first name.
Because you gotta flex the muscles.
Flex the muscles.
Because it sounded like a badass Polynesian name.
Randall Park. Oh my gosh.
Trust me, you're not the only one who didn't love it.
Oh. Did he say Cabana like some kind of beach bum? Did you not hear me when I listed all the acceptable rights? Woo! My new partner, Flex Cabana, sure looks a lot.
Yeah, if you go back and watch it, it's pretty cool. Like, it shows wrestling stuff behind the scenes. It's a bunch of actors, obviously portraying Rock as like a little kid, then high school Rock, and then college Rock, and and obviously young man Rock and everything. And too sexy, Brian Christopher, and then he just shows you like Jerry Lawler and like all the different people. Flex and sex. Brian Christopher.
For our first match, we were going up against Brian's dad, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, Brian Christopher. That's just so sad. So many wrestlers are just no longer with us anymore. Flex Cavana, baby.
Very violent by decision?
Yeah, violently awful. Young Rock will be back in exactly 1 minute.
Young Rock.
Choosing T-Mobile is like paying for this.
Yeah, it's good though. Like I said, you just have to watch it from the beginning. All right, let's fast forward here a little bit. Commercial for Obi-Wan. And then some other Marvel show or Marvel movie. What is this? What is this? The Boys. Prime Video. The Boys.
I can't believe this dude's here, very naughty on the mic. I lost focus after having any berries that work. Keep it coming. Everybody rip on the new guy. I can take it. Hey, you are violent by decision, though. Stepping out by knockout.
Bruno, no horsing around with my wrestlers until you finish breaking down the ring.
That lost now. Sure. I'm sorry about that.
And it's max. 2 pumps of baby oil. Don't take advantage.
Not sexy, bro.
Meanwhile, even though they didn't love my new name,
The Rock.
my parents were still very invested in my wrestling journey.
You're not selling like I showed you. When Lawless dumps on your big toe, you gotta act like you may lose your whole leg. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to see the dynamic too between him and his dad, Rocky Johnson, too. Obviously, Rocky Johnson's no longer with us, and his dad passed away, but
Okay, gotta go. Talk later, guys.
just cool to be able to see The Rock's journey. You know what I mean? Because obviously he wanted to be an NFL player instead of a wrestler. But once he got his, start, took some time, to be able to get to this point. But
What are you telling him? The next team will listen. What the hell? Leave him be.
shit. Oh, man.
Sexy like too sexy like unrealistic.
Well, I appreciate every single one of y'all hanging out.
Haters, I'm the perfect amount of sexy for men.
Brian, sexy to Christopher.
I even before she figured it out.
Too sexy.
What is that Crane guy's deal?
It's just a bad case of Booker X. He says lineup cards, so he thinks he's the boss. Power of the pencil.
It looks like a pencil.
All right. Let's not go get on Billy Crane's bad side.
Why not? Let's think about it, Cody, too.
You want to showcase revenge, you want the best match against the best guys. Billy Crane waves that little pencil of his, and what matches you're getting are the Cracker Barrel battles.
Well, I'll probably go for, another, 9 minutes or so. We'll probably just make it 2 hours and 30 minutes. I mean, unless you guys just want to sit here and watch me watch TV. You know what I mean? It's like I started the stream pretty late. At this point, kind of just went over what happened with sports and watched AEW Dynamite. Got a chance to watch that. 3-year anniversary was today. And then at this point, when it gets really late, then usually I just try to catch up on shows and whatnot. So it's not like I don't want to be talking to you guys. You know what I mean? But obviously, I want to get caught up on some of the shows and whatnot. Unless we start getting, some incredible donos. I mean, if we start getting donos, I mean, shit, I'll stay on for, until we get to the 4-hour mark or whatever. But I mean, at some point, people got to sleep. People got to wake up early in the morning. People got jobs. Some people don't have to wake up early. So it sounds like me and Jameson Meza don't really have to get up too early. But Stone Cold.
Get that piece of crap out of my ring. Because I proved, son, without a shadow of a doubt, you ain't got what it takes anymore.
Jake, you were looking at Jake.
I was at the birth of his snake, Damien.
You talk about John 3:16.
Oh, Austin 316 just whooped your ass.
That was good.
That was really good.
That's the level I want to get to.
Yep.
Let's get to it.
Right now?
Yeah, Rock had to be able to step his game up on the mic like Stone Cold. And then they ended up being two of the best talkers ever. And they had the best rivalry, too. Stone Cold Rock matches were insane.
From the beginning, Simpson Media was more to Planet Oat Oat Milk. A rich, creamy oat milk with less sugar. That tastes as good as the moment it inspires. Oh, what a planet.
My dude, Stone Cold.
This Memorial Day, Lowe's is home.
Stone Cold, the King of the Ring. when he beat Jake the Snake. But there's Stone Cold versus The Rock. I mean, in the 90s, you know what I mean? I mean, you had DX, right? You had, NWO, but the only thing that really they had to keep up with the NWO was the Stone Cold Rock thing. And obviously the two of the biggest stars, obviously one-on-one at the time, that's for sure. See if I can find a good Stone Cold versus Rock photo.
This is us. NBC.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's an XSUV. Love that Equinox. That's an XSUV. Nice Trailblazer. It was love at first sight. What? The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. It's Chevy Sport Utility Spring. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing or get a $1,000 cash allowance on all the 2022 Equinox models. Find new roads at your local Chevy.
Here we go.
Climate change is here. Last year's heat wave was devastating, but it could have been worse. Lower Snake River dams.
All right, let's see.
Our region. Removing them
I just saw it.
rates by 25% or more. In fact, nearly half of Northwest electricity comes from hydropower dams, and the only way to replace reliability of dams would be by burning.
All right, where did it go? There it is.
Impacts of climate change even worse. Northwest Hydropower, clean,
The good old days.
affordable for all of us.
The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin. The action figure scene back then, my God, so good.
Ranking number 1 and number 2, beating Subaru, Toyota, and Honda. So really, the only thing better than a Volkswagen is a Volkswagen. Now's a smart time to get into a Volkswagen SUV. Visit your Portland area Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about our vehicle lineup.
I like the old belts too. Then they had the Smoking Skull belt and good old school WWF Championship. Now they have the new Jurassic Park where they're like taking over the world.
You know, I remember watching that moment on TV. Austin 316.
Austin 316.
Like wildfire, just like that. He sold more T-shirts to 15-year-old boys than anyone in wrestling history.
Until can you smell?
Mel is cooking. So good on the mic, Rock and Stone Cold.
That's why.
Anyway, so you're working in Memphis.
I'm working in Memphis, and that was a grind. It goes in 7 days, week after week.
And it's obviously you had to have the two biggest guys go at it. Wrestling was so much better. I mean, you had Stone Cold, The Rock, two of the biggest icons, right? And then you had DX, which was great. Then you had NWO Black and White, NWO Wolfpack. I mean, it'll never be like that ever again, ever. Like wrestling will, the peak in the 80s and 90s, it'll, going from like 1985 to 1999, it'll never be as big as that ever again. Oh, they got Dusty Rhodes. Oh, I love this. Ric Flair. Rolex wearing. Wheeling dealing. Josh in the building. What to do? Undertaker came. Brothers of Destruction. Undertaker and Kane were big, but I mean, obviously Undertaker is a legend, one of my favorites of all time. But back then, Rock and Stone Cold were the guys. I mean, that was the best of the best. I mean, as far as like mic skills, right? Mic skills. I mean, they could be faces, they could be heels, but the crowd pop. I mean, when you hear the glass shatter or you hear the Rock's intro, I mean, you didn't get a bigger pop out of anyone else except for maybe DX or NWO.
There's only one thing worse than white chocolate in this world, and that's a bully. And I don't like the way you've been talking to my boy, downtown Bruno, the Tom Cruise of Memphis. And I noticed your little finishing move. It's really cute. What's it called? It's called it
Doesn't matter. It's called. Let's go. Fucking Rock. Oh, I mean, we're epic matches. I mean, the only other epic match was when you had Rock and Hogan go at it. You know, when obviously Rock was in his prime. Hogan was getting a little old, but that was in Canada, and that was some insane hype back then. That's for sure. See if I can find a photo of that. Candy ass son of a bitch. Dream match. X720.
Whatever happens, happens, okay? I did what felt right to me. I can live with that. Thank you.
As good as it felt to stand up for Bruno, I was still like, oh man, did I just screw up my chances to get to the WWE?
And I promised all of you that Flex would start the party. But my opponent, Bill Dundee, hasn't even shown up to the party. Hey, Flex! That is not Bill Dundee. It looks like the game's been sullied. And that could be bad Mike's working on him.
Oh man. The Rock and Hollywood Hogan. It was a dream match. We never thought we'd ever see it. Obviously with Hogan and WCW, and obviously with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and when they went over, and then when Vince ended up buying WCW and ECW and shutting them down, then you end up getting the dream match, even though Hogan was old. But wow, what anticipation. The dream match you thought you never would see. But we never really saw Stone Cold and Hogan, which would have been cool. But obviously two guys in their prime. We just saw Stone Cold wrestle, Kevin Owens, obviously, and we're going to get Rock and Roman in next WrestleMania. More than likely, it sounds like that's what's on slate. So we got to see Stone Cold do his thing. And obviously The Rock is in better shape than Stone Cold. I mean, he doesn't have knees that are fucked up or whatever. So that'll be something else, though, for sure. Oh, I know. They'll never understand what wrestling was all about. Like, everyone having a sign, just the vibe and the wrestling figures pre-internet, and then once the internet hit in 95, then the NWO and Wolfpack and, DX, that kind of blew up, you know what I mean, with the internet era. But, from 85 to 99, I don't know if there was anything better, you know what I mean? Video game era, everything was just athletes, basketball, NBA, Jordan and Magic and Bird, and then the wrestling scene, and then hockey and baseball with Griffey. I mean, I don't know. It's just like so many epic things with wrestling, video games, and sports and everything. Oh, and we got the season finale when he does Rocky Maivia. Okay, this episode's almost over. Then I got to wait a whole nother year for them to do it again. I assume that they'll pick up Young Rock for another season. Just fast forwarding the commercials here. Okay. here we go. I do miss a lot of shows. You guys remember the show Heroes, Blind Spot, Grimm? I miss a lot of these shows that I loved and watched for so long. I could go back and watch Grimm or Heroes or Blind Spot. Easy. I could rewatch those shows. So good.
I just had one thing to do before I left.
I spared notes, Vince. I got some Miller High Lives. Let's celebrate. Nice. Oh, something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, yeah? What? I don't know. Something feels was up. What the hell is this? Well, now you've got a roof and a ceiling. Your lousy repair companies.
Downtown Bruno.
I appreciate all you've done for me. I don't know what to say. I love you, brother. I love you too. Bring it in. Hey, let's drink these highlights before I get too emotional. Highlights make you more emotional. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
WWE headquarters, Stamford, Connecticut.
It's exactly what we're looking for in a babyface. The fans need a new hero. Thank you. Yes, I love this sound about it. How's this for a big deal? Survivor Series.
A Survivor Series. Madison Square Garden.
My dad and grandfather both wrestled in MSG, and now you will too.
Wow.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, kid. Vince.
It's great to be here. And I promise you, Flex Cabana won't let you down. Oh, by the way, hate that name.
I said, hate that name.
Third generation wrestling legacy.
Yep.
That's Omax.
Rocky Maivia.
Think of the name Rocky Maivia.
Sounds a lot better.
Well, my mom actually suggested that, smart lady. But
Smart lady.
I'm hoping to forge my own path. I get it. You know, I'm a legacy guy too, Dwayne. But family's what got us here. You should honor that.
Yep. Honor your dad. Honor your grandpa.
So eventually I shortened the name and I made it my own. But yeah, I made my WWE debut as
Rocky Maivia.
So you really had your debut at Madison Square Garden.
I did, and it was a magical night. But eventually things would take a downward turn. So, whoa. But hey, they're with me. He's a friend, and I trust him completely. You should trust him.
Yes, he said it in front of her.
I don't want the cameras on anyway. Seeing me finally face my tormentor would be an inspirational moment for others like me.
Mm-hmm. Others like you.
Victims.
The only thing you're a victim of is your own emotions.
What says the actor running for president?
What the hell did you just say?
Hey, stop. We're not sixth grade anymore. Let's be adults.
Rocky Maivia.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I'm willing if he is.
You're all right. As I told you later over the years, there's no problem that can't be solved by the perfect grape. Quiet. So all we have here is a Cabernet.
Forrest Whitaker.
In the Swiss Alps.
Rocky Maivia. I got an epic photo. I remember when he first came in, too.
The answer is, I don't know. Maybe caves or something. I just want
I got a Rocky Maivia photo I'm posting here. Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at that.
I'm changed. I prefer white.
Shows you, you know what I mean? You can have a dream and, you know, you can have to go through the trials and tribulations. And, you know, sometimes that your first dream isn't the one that, you know, the one that you end up making. You know, obviously NFL was the ultimate. You know, he wanted to be in the NFL and it just didn't come to be, but he was as a wrestler. So went down the right path, though. For sure. Could have been the NFL. Could have kept grinding it out. But then we wouldn't have been able to get this or this or this. Rocky.
And I guess when this kid tried to take that truth away from me,
Let's go.
I reacted.
Thank you, bro. Now, Julie, can you relate to anything that Dwayne just said? No. My dad and I had a great relationship. He was my best friend. I have a tattoo on my leg of his face with the words, "Hey, another pizza," because that's what he was always saying. He always wanted more pizza than he had.
Called A Different World as by Bucky Covington. Okay, sweet. Yeah, like I said, anything that's put into the Discord or if I need to go there, absolutely. I mean, like I said, that's almost a, you know, it's just kind of sad. Anytime I end up reading the news, it's always someone getting fucking shot or someone getting killed or like the Texas fucking shooter, you know, with the kids. It's like, you know, it's like I love to read and I love to be able to keep up with everything that's going on in the world, but just because some of that stuff is just so fucking sad, and it just gets me. I don't want to be down. I don't want to feel like that. I mean, I didn't know anybody personally there, but it's just I want to be in a positive light. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel those type of emotions, and I think that's why it was kind of hard for me to try to record yesterday or even like today, just with everything that was going on. But that's just kind of the reality of our world, right? That's why we have sports and other things as a distraction, and wrestling to make us happy, and not to focus on all the bad shit that happens. So, all right, so that episode is over, and I got one more episode. Well, we're in here for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I guess I'll do 3. Because by the time this other episode ends, it'll be 3 hours, and I usually like to put in the grind, and 3 hours is a lot better than 2 hours and 40 minutes. So let's keep going. So will we get any more donations between now and the time I end? Probably not, but it's okay. It's a late night. We're just hanging out, just chilling. I'm just posting rock photos, Rock and Stone Cold, watching the season finale of Young Rock, the last 2 episodes, and 2032 election. I mean, The Rock, I always said this like 15, 20 years ago. I said The Rock, if he wanted to be president, he could. It just depends if that's what he wants to do after he's done making movies. I mean, he could even be a Republican and Democrats would vote for him just because he's a hardworking guy. People like him.
I'm voting for the third party, the Chrome Party. The summer had a sentient AI computer in the White House.
I was on the fence until Dwayne and Dr. Julian sorted things out.
Indeed, early exit polls show candidate Johnson experiencing a surge in popularity.
And I do like Randall Park a lot too. He's the dad, and he's the dad that's in Fresh Off the Boat. Super funny comedian, Asian guy. Yeah, I'll have to take a listen at some point.
Good job, Ray. Ever loves you, man. I don't know why you ever quit acting. I should go back.
You should definitely go back to acting,
Yeah?
Nathan said this. Yeah. How did you get Julian to come around?
Well, Forrest Whitaker eased our tension with a bottle of amazing wine, and then he asked Julian.
Yeah, might as well, right? I mean, even if I only had one other person in here and it's just you and me or whatever, might as well just hang out. I mean, you don't have to wake up early, and you came in a little late in the stream. I mean, like I said, I imagine most people didn't even get the notification or whatever, and I feel that I feel good that I pushed, because like I said, I could have just said fuck it, but I already made the post that I was going to stream, and then 7:30 turned into 8:30, and then I still wasn't feeling good, and then got another hour of sleep in, and then I was like, all right, let's go for it. I just don't like being lazy. You know what I mean? I don't like putting in, the minimal effort. I like to grind and put in the effort, but I mentally have to be okay. I have to be feeling good enough to stream. So, and I feel good. So your boy's here. Got a little Rock Stone Cold photos, some epic stuff from the 90s. Some of my favorite figures are from the Rock and Stone Cold era too. Wrestling figures were so awesome back then. Jack's Pacific and all the toys that they had.
So you really are fine on tracking the results in real time today?
Rock Stone Cold, Rock Hollywood Hogan, WrestleMania in Toronto. Rocky Maivia. Soul Man Rocky Johnson. All right, I'm gonna go get a bag of chips, a little mini bag of chips. I'll be right back, Jameson. Give me a sec.
He did, which caused a little bit of a mess when a few days later, Vince McMahon himself called with some pretty big news.
Time to brush up on your Arabic, because I'm sending you to Saudi Arabia to wrestle for the WWF. What? That's why I didn't have you on the bill for WrestleMania. I need you to help me open up the Middle East. It's a huge untapped market, Rocky.
Hey, that's great. I mean, I didn't even know they like wrestling up there. I mean, do they even like wrestling up there?
They love it. The Soul Patrol will be the kings of Riyadh. Are you in?
Wait, so Vince was launching the WWF in Saudi Arabia at the same time Rocky had already planned to go?
Yes, it's a crazy coincidence, but Vince had been wanting to take wrestling global for some time.
How did Rocky get out of it?
this, I don't know what to say. Except, hell yeah! Officer Raven's already putting up billboards. They're promoting the hell out of it.
You're just gonna double book Saudi Arabia? Heinz is back. It's not a good idea to buy behind the scenes here.
I'll wrestle for Vince and the other promoter. Saudi Arabia's a big country. I don't think anyone will notice.
I don't. To that barbecue. That biggest event in the Polynesian.
All right, so now Rocky Johnson, the dad, is going to double book in Saudi Arabia. That could be a disaster.
You're doing something you love, it's not work. One of the puppeteers from Alps that got an interview with TV Guide.
I thought this helped me think about the business differently. And I'm going to make a big announcement.
All right, Sun Chips, Harvest Cheddar, hanging out with your boy, 1:06 in the morning, 3:06 your time, or 4:06 depending on where you're at.
I give them each shirts from the barbecue, 1/2. They don't know about each other. I ride the bus with Kim, eat lunch with Bethany, do morning recesses with Sarah.
Young Rock had 4 girlfriends at the same time. What a pimp.
do afternoon recesses with Emily. Emily's better in small amounts. Bethany, see you're wearing the shirt I bought you.
Notice anything unusual, really?
4 girlfriends.
All wearing the t-shirts you gave us. School picture day, a forever memory day. Did you think we wouldn't figure out when you gave it all of us? We're in the same class.
We're in the same class.
To each other when I'm not around. Who else did you give shirts to? I bought this myself.
So I got what I deserved. My mom was hoping she'd get what she deserved too.
Imagine being The Rock and then growing up with like Andre the Giant and Macho Man. This would be insane.
Okay, everyone. Many of you know
Yes.
I consider myself among the great tenors.
This is the last episode of Young Rock for the season.
I learned the value of having someone strong, reliable, trustworthy. That's why I'm bringing in Lars Anderson as vice president of PPW.
Thanks, Leah. You guys have done good so far. But now you got a real professional here. Welcome to the majors, folks.
What is happening? Who is that?
Lars Anderson, you wrestled with Peter in the 70s. And you said you were in the value of a strong, reliable partner. I thought you were talking about me. What? No, I was talking about women and my white lawyer. Sometimes you need a white face to get ahead. Herman can help me beat the rest. Lars, he's going to help us take the PPPW to the next level.
Luke Birch, what a deal.
Just packing Aloha Stadium with 60,000 fans is the next
We're getting closer, dude.
Hey, you prove you're the best promoter in Hawaii. When you're the best, you'll be afraid to think big.
Yes, we invite Lars to go fishing and push him off the boat.
What I mean
I rewatched all season 3 2 days ago. So binge watched it. I already watched it like a couple years ago, like 3 years ago. I watched it again like a year ago. But I watched it like yesterday and the day before just to kind of get all caught up with all the storylines and all the stuff that I might have forgotten. We were getting so close. And we also get, well, for me, maybe not for you, but we also get Obi-Wan too, which would be cool. So I get a little bit of that also.
So while my dad got ready for Saudi Arabia, Vince had just arrived.
Are there any places to eat your Prince Faisal Stadium? Saudi and for wrestling.
What the hell?
Young Rock will be back in exactly 1 minute. To be clear, we have never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit. But definitely not lit. I mean, seriously.
The final episode, yeah. Yeah, it was nice to go through the whole season 3. I mean, it takes a little while, you know, to if you binge it or whatever, depending on your schedule, but it was awesome. I mean, I've watched every episode many, many times, but you know, it just depends on, you know, when you're going through that binge mode. But now we got season 4, we'll get 7 episodes. Then we'll get the final 2 for season 4 in July. And then we'll get season 5 production, and then we'll have season 5, and then it'll be over. But I'm so excited. I am so excited for this. Like, I mean, there's a cult-like following even back in the day when we were here. Okay. And I love Dustin. I love 11. I love everyone in the show. And I'm not sure if there's anyone else that loves the show more than me, maybe you. So, yeah, we're getting closer, man. We are getting closer. Super exciting.
So when Vince found out about Rocky double booking in Saudi Arabia, did he fire him?
No. But things were never the same after that. Vince was really upset that my dad made a decision that hurt the company. My dad went from Rocky Johnson, tag team champions of the world, to a guy who was losing to other wrestlers. Vince gave my dad a slow down.
Dwayne, we lost New York.
I don't understand. I thought our ex-opposed showed us Eddie Taft.
You're losing your to Taft. It's the third-party candidate, the Crumb Party. It's siphoning off just enough of your votes to Taft carry the state.
Their ads are all over my social media today. Makes sense to send
The Rock.
but no to weaponize the internet.
It's fine. It's just one state and there's plenty of time left.
Yeah.
How can you be so calm right now?
When I was a teenager in Nashville, I learned that you don't always get to sit in the driver's seat of your own life.
Then on the weekend, on Sunday, we got Double or Nothing. So I'm going to be very, very busy. Very, very busy. Watching Young Rock right now. Final episode of the season. Kind of reminiscing of the old school rivalries of Stone Cold and The Rock. And then we'll have the Warriors eliminate Dallas tomorrow. Well, later today, actually, since it's 1:11, which will be, 3:11 or 4:11 your time, depending on where you're at, or if you're in a different time zone.
Sure did. Pennsylvania.
Wait, what?
Well, it took me off the
Oh, always good. Like I said, mentally, I wasn't really too good with the whole Texas shooting thing, and I wasn't really feeling good yesterday or today, but I decided after I took Paisley for a late walk around 9-10 p.m., I was like, oh, let's hop on. I was supposed to hop on around 7:30 today, my time, Pacific time, and then I ended up hopping on around 10:15. So I didn't expect a whole lot of donos or a whole lot of people to show up, but I'm just, doing the grind. I like to hustle and I like to grind, put in that time and effort. So, but I'm good now. Things are good. Oh, yeah. Obi-Wan. Yeah, they got the Packers and Bengals on NFL Network too, which I was watching a little bit, but I just wanted to get some of these shows done off my DVR. But life is good. Life is good besides all the chaos and horrible shit that you see on your news feed. Seems like every couple days we have a new fucking shooting. It's just sad. We had one there in Milwaukee, during the Bucks series outside of the stadium. Then we had the Buffalo supermarket one. I think they were targeting African-American people there. And then you had the Latino shooter, obviously in Texas, shooting up all the kids and stuff. And it's so sad. So sad.
Your dad was just stupid, honey.
I grew up around tougher women than you, so you don't scare me.
You Rocky Johnson's kid?
Yeah.
Then you ain't lying. I know your grandmother well. She fought the FBI and won, didn't she?
She told them to kill themselves on a local TV broadcast.
Good line.
So what's the problem? Why are you upset?
It's my jacket. My jacket is in a suitcase, and my suitcase is on a flight to Tokyo right now because of a knuckleheads at Myrtle Beach Airport. So I ain't going on.
So that's your problem? A jacket?
Not just
Kaepernick, try out with the Raiders. I don't know if it's serious or not. See if he ends up getting a backup role or if it was just publicity. Tatum went off today with Jaylen Brown. I see you. And then we'll get into some baseball action. Hopefully we can get a little bit of dubs for my Mariners, but they fucking suck. I mean, they were doing really good, like 10-6, 11-6, and then they just hit the fucking wall. But hopefully they'll be able to bounce back.
I just started to like it here. How am I supposed to figure out where I fit if I keep moving every time I get comfortable?
Baby, nobody knows what their life is going to look like when they're your age. When I was young, I wanted to get married, live in the suburbs, be the kind of woman that bakes cookies for the men. And you know what happened? I got that life and it sucked. So I grabbed my makeup bag and I ran away.
Oh, it's all good. I don't expect anyone to stay a long time, especially when it's, 3:14, 4:14, or whatever time zone you're in, your location, Luke. But I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. And like I said, there'll be other people that'll be freaking out about Stranger Things 4, and you and me will both be just losing our goddamn minds. So does it come out on Friday or Saturday? What day does it actually come out? Because I know Obi-Wan is on Friday. Does it come out on Friday also? 27th, I believe. Macho Man. 9:14. Just woke up. Friday. Awesome. Yeah, so Obi-Wan will go on the back burner. Definitely, it's going to be Stranger Things. I don't know how late. We'll see how many episodes that they have. Do we know how many? It's 7. I think it's 7 episodes. So what? 7 hours straight of watching Stranger Things. Ever. Macho Man, my favorite of all time. Oh yeah. Yes. One more dawn. One more day. Oh yeah. Fabulous Moolah.
On the way home, I thought a lot about Moolah's words.
So you think they got snow in Pennsylvania? Could be cool.
And I decided to trust the journey.
They definitely have snow. Uncle Alpha says he keeps a hair dryer in his car to keep his feet warm.
7 episodes at 9 hours. You got all the details already. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Here at the Cracker Barrel. Home stop.
I'm just finishing up Young Rock. Last 2 episodes of the season. I know they're going to have the Boston replay. Just started about 17 minutes ago. So I'll end up watching that at some point. Probably off air, though, or off camera. I got the last 10 minutes left of the show. Then we got hockey tomorrow. We got basketball tomorrow, baseball tomorrow. Moolah. The Rock. All right.
You know, all we could do is ask for a chance.
Dwayne Johnson.
I was in a similar situation when I made my debut in the
WWF.
Did you just say Corpus Christi? No. Well, okay, yes. After my dark match, Vince McMahon had a vision for me to make my televised debut at one of the major pay-per-views of the year. It was called
Survivor Series.
So Vince wanted me to lean into my family legacy with this new persona called Rocky.
Maivia. Madison Square Garden, November 17th, 1996.
I was gonna come in like a badass, jump the top rope, and talk smack straight to the hard cam so all the viewers at home could see me.
Wait, what's a hard cam?
That's the main TV camera that overlooks the ring. Wrestlers are supposed to play all their actions towards it because it's the eye of the viewer at home.
Yeah, it's Rocky Maivia, baby, I'm here. It's the Madison Square Garden.
Turns out the hard cam was behind me and I was literally talking to nobody. But I made it pretty.
They got Gold Dust in here. Rocky. Yes.
Hey, nice work on the debut. You missed a hard cam, but real good. You know, we're planning a big push for you. You're on your way to becoming the WWF's next babyface star.
I'll do whatever you say to make that a reality.
That's what I like to hear. Thanks. Leah, how are you, beautiful?
This was the first time my dad and Vince saw each other since the double booking incident in Saudi Arabia that ended my dad's WWF career.
It's Rocky. There he is. That's how they greeted each other after everything? Warm like that?
That's wrestling.
Yeah, he's really got something.
It makes sense. Don't boy everything he knows. Lucky for us.
Rocky.
Yesterday you were just my baby, and now
My survivor.
All right, Luke.
You missed the hard cam, but pretty good, son.
Rocky.
Except with a very, very different costume.
You know, if Vince wants me to dress like I just stepped out of the Lion King, then that's what I'll do.
After that night, I hit the road hard for the WWF.
February 13th, 1997.
It's part of Vince's big push.
Oh, Triple H
Triple H for the Intercontinental title.
versus Triple H for the Intercontinental title.
I'll never forget.
1, 2, 3. Rocky. Let's go.
I was the champ, and it felt incredible.
I bet. They're booing him.
Well, that was the beginning of the Attitude Era. That was when fans really wanted more edge.
The Attitude Era.
Swinging, trash-talking heel known as
Nation of Domination.
And there I was on the other end of the spectrum. I mean, I had a bad haircut and a big smile. Plus, it didn't help that Vince was force-feeding me to the people as their new hero.
The people were deciding.
They were, over and over again. But despite the signs that things weren't working, Vince kept believing in me and kept me on the bill for the biggest pay-per-view.
WrestleMania. Is that Vader?
WrestleMania.
The show your dad missed out on because of Saudi Arabia.
That's right. Now, the Sultan was one of
The Sultan.
the heels in the company, and I was one of their biggest babyfaces. Usually at this moment, the crowd rallies behind the babyface before he makes his big comeback. However,
Oh, the Rocky sucks chant. Oh, wow. I wonder if they're going to end up showing like the Nation of Domination. I assume with Farouk and everything. Got to go heel. Heels are the best. You can be a face or whatever, but even if you have a heel attitude, but heels are the best. Cobra Commander, Skeletor, Shredder. I mean, Megatron, all the stuff then the 80s and 90s. And the greats can be obviously faces or heels. But Hogan as a heel, much better than Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs. NWO Hogan, fucking legendary. Okay, this is almost over. How much? 4 minutes left? Oh, yeah. On Young Rock episodes this fall. I hope they do Nation of Domination. This Is Us. I never watched the show. Heard it's super emotional though. Okay, how much time do I have left? 2 minutes left of the show. Okay, here we go.
So you get to WrestleMania, all should be well, but the crowd hates you.
hates me so much.
And that wasn't your low point.
As I said, that was about to come. But Vince had another idea about how to turn the crowd around for Rocky Maivia. It all had to do with legacy.
Your dad kept it to save you?
Yep.
Did everybody lose their minds?
No.
Look how heavy his breathing is. The two generations of wrestlers side by side. How could they not be moved by that?
No. Trust me, you weren't the only one who was surprised.
Rock and his dad. There's getting booed.
To the ring thinking Vince's gimmick was going to work and my future would be bright. But instead, I left wondering if I had any future in wrestling at all. The people had decided I wasn't their guy. This isn't working. No, it is not. Did we make a mistake here? You mean with the dad stuff? No. About him.
I never knew this. this. I always just assumed that once you made it to the WWF, you were instantly a star.
I think a lot of people assume that once you're at a certain level in your career, it's all easy sailing from there. But they're wrong. I mean, you could reach for the stars, and if you're lucky, you can get there. But that doesn't mean that it won't disappear overnight.
So what happened next? How'd you turn it around?
No, there was no saving that day. So after that, I went ahead and
Sir, they're calling Texas. We're calling Texas for candidate Dwayne Johnson. A huge victory for Johnson.
Yes.
Woo! But in a surprise turn, it looks like Michigan has officially been called for candidate Taft.
No! Who's in the lead in Michigan?
It's the Trump party. They're still siphoning votes away.
it's okay. I got a lot of faith that people are going to make the right decision.
And then another shocker, Florida, seemingly a Johnson lock, according to exit polls, has gone to Taft.
And California is officially projected.
Oh, The Rock.
Which seals it. In a result nobody could have seen coming, the 49th president of the United States is Senator Braden Taft.
The Rock does not get the presidency.
But the journey is never over.
Journey is never over. Oh, I can't wait for Nation of Domination or any other stuff that they're going to show. Awesome. Well, it's 3 hours. Like I said, super late. Started way too late. 3 hours too late. Obviously, if I was still streaming at this point, it would have been a 6 hour stream. So I'll, call it a night. We'll be back, later today, around 7:30 p.m. And we'll get more people in the room. And like I said, we'll do basketball. We'll do some NBA playoffs with the Warriors. We'll do some hockey. We'll do some baseball, and we'll talk life and food and wrestling and a little bit of everything. And I appreciate everyone in the room hanging out, even though it's super late. We got Packers and Bengals on NFL Network, and I got the replay. Let's see what the score is. 16-14 Packers, start of the second half. And I got the Celtics and Heat. Maybe I'll watch that. And then, like I said, I'll be back, in a few hours. So I appreciate you guys very much. I got one question for you. Talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Get some sleep or stay up, whatever you choose to do. And I'll be back later on today. Okay.